But I can tell you this, Coach Gaddis is not a big fan of the Farragut Admirals. He actually, one of the things he told me when he first got here, when he looked at how Farragut had actually been beating us in football, he said that's unacceptable, that's going to change. And the Wildcats are going for their second straight win.
Oh, Farragut's always a fun team to play, and I knew a lot of guys when I was playing against Farragut, and they were always cocky, so it was always a team that I enjoyed playing against. One, not just because it's a kind of a rivalry game, but it's always a physical game. And
it'll be first down, 10 yards to go from the 20-yard line, just underway here. Mitchell Gibbons is going to pass. Pass is going to be incomplete. He and Preston Turner, Jonathan pass was intended for Jonathan Stewart. He and Preston Turner were standing in the same area. The pass was a little bit underthrown just a bit, and he ran right into his own receiver.
Yeah, it looked like to me number 2 for Farragut, Coon Camden. He came in there, was gotten real physical with number 22 for Oak Ridge, Preston Turner, and kind of pushed him back. He was the aggressor on the play.
Second down, 10 yards to go. The ball's at the 20-yard line, just underway here from Farragut. Wildcats, Mitchell's going to pass again. Looks deep, has all the time in the world now, slides forward for only a gain of about 2. He looked one way. He just looked at Jonathan. He was being covered. Didn't look over to his right at the receiver there and just took a yard. But he had all day to throw it.
It looked like Oak Ridge ran a couple of hitches right there. The DB kind of stayed right there in the vicinity, and he, instead of looking the other way, maybe looking for a check down, he decided to pull it down and run with it.
Two not very good plays here to start the ball game. Let's see what Mitchell and company can do. Third down, 9 yards to go from the 21. Once again, he'll pass. Pass is caught, and it's a first down, a 10 back of Oak Ridge to the freshman, Jayden Hayward, who makes the catch right at the 31-yard line. That was a bullet pass by the Wildcat, and it'll be first and 10 Oak Ridge.
It was a great throw, but even a better catch. The safety came down, put a good hit on him. The corner one was on his hip. It looked like Farragut right there was playing cover 2. They got inside the corner, and he kind of put it right on the money in between the corner and the safety.
Up to the line of scrimmage will come the Farragut Admirals once again. It'll be on defense. We'll get their starters in a moment, and we'll get your mic working a little bit better here, Spencer. It'll be first down, 10 yards to go. The ball right at the 31-yard line. Preston Turner comes in motion. The Wildcats are going to run for the first time. It goes to Jabryce Taylor, and he is hit and dropped at the line of scrimmage. Jabryce got his first start last week against Campbell County. Scored 3 touchdowns for the Wildcats, but this time no gain on the play.
Yeah, I watched the first half of that game last week, and he ran the ball hard. Shifty, had good vision, and hopefully we can continue that tonight against Farragut.
No gain on the play. It's second down, 10 yards to go. Penalty yardage is going to be stepped off against Farragut. It's going to be a 5-yard step off. It is a face mask, incidental face mask, so that is a 5-yard step off. I didn't know they had incidental in high school, but I guess that's what the call is. It'll be first down and 5. 10:42 to play here in the first period. First down, 5 yards to go. The ball is at the 37-yard line of the Wildcats. The Wildcats moving right to left, wearing their all-white jerseys. Quick pass is going to be caught by Preston Turner at the 35, to the 40, to the 42-yard line. Very close to another first down. One thing I can see already, Mitchell's getting a lot of time. He's got a lot of time to throw, as it'll be another 10 back of Oak Ridge first down.
He does. The offensive line is doing a great job. And one thing that I've kind of seen that Oak Ridge is doing, Farragut's come out in a too-high safety look, and, they're not really bringing anybody else down the box and kind of extending the run game with those quick, short hitch passes to the inside receiver. And here Farragut's going to roll down a safety, and looks like they're probably going to play cover 3.
First down, 10 yards to go. Preston comes in motion. Handoff goes to Preston Turner. Tries to get wide. He's at the 45. He's at the 50. Another first down. Runs over a man all the way down to the Farragut 40-yard line. Actually, they're going to say he went out of bounds at the 44, but that is indeed enough for another Oak Ridge first down.
That's one thing I've been impressed with Turner. He is not the biggest guy weight-wise, but he sure does pour it up in there. He's very physical. Is not afraid of contact, and that's just another great way to extend the run game.
Wildcats have it, first down, 10 yards to go. 9:58 to play. We're in the first quarter. The Wildcats on their opening drive here. 3 receivers split to the left, including Jonathan Stewart. Wildcats have Jalen Hayward as well. The Wildcats one lone running back. Mitchell's going to pass. Pass wide open. Pass is caught for another 10-back of Oak Ridge. First down. And guess what? It's a touchdown for the Wildcats. Oak Ridge takes it in. The freshman, Jayden Hayward, into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
That was a great play right there, not only by the receiver, but a great throw by the quarterback. Their kind of play looked like a soft man. They rolled both safeties down about 8 yards and kind of backpedaled out of there and just gave him a free 7-yard hitch. He made a nice move on the corner and went right by number 1, Grant Rice for Farragut, and what a great play.
Tyler Dunham will come into the ballgame. What a drive for the Wildcats. 80 yards down the field crisply. Tyler Dunham to attempt the extra point. The holder is Hayden Tarwater. The kick is up and no good. 6-0 our score. We'll take a break. We'll send it back to Brian Bennett. 6-0 Wildcats. 9:48 to play. First quarter back in 60 seconds. Oak Ridge getting ready to kick off here. It'll be Tyler Dunham to kick off for the Wildcats. A rare miss for the Wildcats extra point team.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, and sometimes in these games right here, those extra points right there are needed. They're basically freebies, and especially with Farragut's kicking game, we know how they're always very stout in that area of the game. So hopefully that won't come down to bite us in the end.
Wildcats like to pop it up, and here's what Tyler's going to do. He does pop it up. It's going to go to around the 26-yard line. Coach Gaddis told me on the show Wednesday night that And here in the Campbell County game, it seems like every one of the pop-up kicks went to the 30. He said he wanted it at the 27. He got it at the 26 this time.
That is one thing I did notice last week. I was standing on the sideline there, and every one of those pop-ups was on the 30. And, it's nice to get an extra 4 or 5 yards there. And that's a great weapon. If you can have a kicker, you can put the height on that and basically give the ball to them at the 25-yard line and not giving them a chance to any extra yardage in the return game.
Here comes Farragut onto the field for the first time. They'll come out with a single running back. He weighs 230 pounds. They've got 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Handoff goes to the back, and he is moving the ball forward. 230 pounds. Jacob Bourbon there on the stop, along with one other Wildcat. That is the sophomore Brian Kelly. It'll be a really big gain on first down. It's a gain of about 8. Second down, then about 2.
Yeah, he's a big running back, big physical style runner. I see them doing a lot of single back, typical Farragut offense, 2 wide, 3 wide to one side, and let's see if they continue to pound him up the middle.
Second down, we'll call it a long 2 to go. Some movement on the line, but not across the line. Handoff to the running back. He's trying to get up the field, and he's going to be belted. Hit hard first by Kai Hirsch. Finished off by Brian Kelly. It'll be enough for a Farragut first down. They list him at 230 pounds, and that's quite a load.
That's a big boy. It kind of reminds me of some of the running backs back from Soddy Daisy back when we used to play them. But number 17 for Oak Ridge, Jayden Williams, did a great job shooting in, diving in there, taking out his legs. But the defensive end is the one that really caused that with the force play on the outside.
Ball's at the 38-yard line of Farragut. They're going to run the ball again, and they're going to get good yardage. Coach Gaddis kind of equated the guy to we played Dobbins Bennett a couple of years ago when we went up to there, and they had a big guy about this size, and we had all kinds of trouble slowing him down because our linebackers, if you look at them, Jacob Bourbon down there along with Brian Kelly, they're not big guys. This guy's bigger than both of them.
Yeah, he looks more like a tight end in the backfield, and it's not like he's just a heavy guy. He's built and very muscular, and so far it looks like he's a little agile.
Second down 5. This time he's going to get to the outside. The Wildcats got hemmed in just a bit. Big hit as they pick up a first down across midfield once again. Farragut's, even though they're in the spread formation, they have just done running plays to this point, and with that big back, I don't blame them.
Exactly. He's kind of putting it on him right now, but that was a great hit right there by Cole Adams, a big physical tackle, and they did get a first down. But, sometimes, you come in there and put a hit on them and hit on them, you see what they're made of.
Ball's at the 48-yard line of the Wildcats. 8:15 to play first quarter. 6-0 Wildcats. This time he's going to pass. Goes deep down the way, wide open, but the pass is almost intercepted by Preston Turner. I think he looked at the guy. That was a beautiful pass, but the guy cut down the post right in the middle of the field was wide open.
Oh, he was wide open. The backside safety came rolling up. And they kind of broke it wide open. They had a little fade and a post at the same one, and he just misread it. And fortunately for Oak Ridge, if he had hit that post, I think that would have been 6 for the Farragut Admirals.
So it'll be second down, 10 yards to go. The ball is at the 48-yard line, as I mentioned. 6-0 Wildcats. The Wildcats scoring on an 80-yard drive to open up the ball game. 8:08 to play first period. Once again, Shotgun, 2nd and 10. Quarterback's going to run it. Looks for running room. Tries to get outside. Has running room. He's going to cut outside. He's going to be pushed out of bounds by the Wildcats' Matthew Swigert at around the 41-yard line. It's going to be shy of a first down by about 3. It'll bring up 3rd down, 3 yards to go.
Yeah, Farragut came out there in the doubles with single running back, and they basically used him as a fullback, as an ISO play off the left side up the tackle. Oak Ridge kind of stuffed it there, but the backside over pursued and gave him enough room to bounce it outside and gain 7 yards on the play.
3rd down, 3 yards to go. 8 minutes exactly to play. 4-man front for the Wildcats. We'll set the defense here in a second. Haven't done that, and the Wildcats jump off sides. That's a mistake here. Wildcats at defensive end start tonight. Kai Herschel along with Jackson Adams. The defensive tackles is Isaiah Boone. The Wildcats at nose have J.K. Morgan. The linebackers are Brian Kelly, Jacob Irvin. The outside linebacker is Jaden Elam. The safeties are Jaden Williams and Cole Adams. The cornerbacks are Preston Turner and Matthew Swigert. That is a first down for Farragut, just steadily moving the ball up the field. First down, 10 yards to go. Quarterback's going to pass, has some pressure, goes across the way, pass is caught and tackled at the 6-yard line. Nice throw. Lots of pressure in the quarterback's face, but he connects with his receiver. First and goal, Farragut.
So one thing I've noticed about Farragut, they like to get the ball in the number 20's hands right there. Oak Ridge brought some pressure, was playing man coverage, and number 20 just beat the safety, gave him a move outside and cut inside.
Quarterback's going to run the ball himself. He's going to be met at the 2-yard line and go down there. 7:46 to play. Both teams impressive drives to start the ball game. The strong arm of their quarterback, and I'm looking for their starters here. The quarterback for them is Dawson Moore, 5'11", 175-pound junior. The running back is Eli Purcell, 6'2", 230-pounder. Up to the line they'll come. Once again, Purcell in the backfield. 2nd down, goal to go. The ball is right at the 3-yard line. Hand off to the back. He lowers his shoulder, and one of the Wildcats lost their helmet. He does not score, but he does reach the 1-inch line where it'll be 3rd down, goal to go for the Farragut Admirals.
That was a great play by the linebacker right there, number 33 for Oak Ridge, and Brian Kelly's came in there, put his hat on him. I mean, it was a big physical play right there, but we stopped him on the 1, and hopefully we can get a stop right here and force him in a field goal.
Ball is right at the 1-yard line, as Spencer said. 6:58 to play. The Admirals trying to tie the ball game right here. Quarterback's going to hand it to the back, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Farragut. 6-6 our score, 6:50 to play in the first quarter, and they can take the lead with the extra point.
Yeah, right there. They just ran it off the right tackle. It looked like they just caved down. The interior defensive line crashed down to the inside and basically walked in untouched.
And once again, they'll come in. They'll go for the extra point here. The kicker for them, number 34, he's going to attempt the extra point to try to give Farragut the lead. His name is Reese Keeney. Ball is down. The kick is up. Farragut leads 7-6. 6:50 to play here in the first quarter. We'll take a break. We'll send it back to Brian Bennett. We'll be back to Farragut in 60 seconds. Jalen Hayward on the return moves the ball to the 3, to the 5, moves the ball up to around the 20-yard line, and that is where Oak Ridge will take over. First down, 10 yards to go. 7-6 is our score. The Wildcats trailing. The Wildcats missing an extra point after being perfect last week against Campbell County. Wildcats had their way on their first drive, but Spencer Gomar, so did Farragut.
Yeah, that's kind of the same thing for both teams there. Started off with 5 yards, 7 yards each play, then finally broke away with 2 big long passes that Oak Ridge scored on and got Farragut into scoring position.
Once again, the Wildcats will come to the line. First down, 10 yards to go. Officially, the ball is at the 22. Mitchell's going to pass again. Quick pass is going to be caught by Jalen Hayward. Bounces off a tackle. Cuts to the middle part of the field. Gained about 5, maybe 6. Moves the ball up to the 27-yard line. Jalen Hayward, not a big guy. Bounced off the first man and was able to pick up about 6 yards on the play. It'll bring up for Oak Ridge. Second down, 4 yards to go. 6 minutes, 23 seconds to play first quarter.
Yeah, he's not very big, but he's got a great first step, got a lot of speed and very physical there. And it looks like Oak Ridge has gotten Farragut to come out of that cover 2 and play a little more cover 3, and hopefully we can see Oak Ridge hit them over the top.
Second down 4. Here comes the handoff. Jabryce Taylor. That's a first down across the 30. Cuts to the outside. Turns the corner. He's at the 35-yard line. First and 10 Wildcats as Jabryce moves the ball forward for a 10 Bank of Oak Ridge first down. Officially at the 36-yard line. Nice run. Nice little delay on there by Mitchell Gibbons.
Yeah, it's a great little play there with a little draw. They've sent the receivers down the field. Had the DBs backpedaling, and it was a nice play.
Wildcats looking over to the sideline to the offensive coordinator of the Wildcats, Brian Wyatt. The Wildcats are going to have Jonathan Stewart split out here to the left. The Wildcats will have, looks like Matthew Swigert to the right side along with Hayward and his brother, Brandon Hayward. Both Haywards split out to the right. Jabryce is in the backfield. Mitchell's going to pass all day. Fires it wide open. There's the pass. Matthew Swigert makes the catch. A 10 Bank of Oak Ridge first down at the 40-yard line. Inside to the 36-yard line of Farragut. First and 10 Wildcats.
It was a great play by Oak Ridge. The corner over there, they were playing cover 2. He did not get his hands on the receiver, and that's a big no-no when you're playing cover 2. You cannot let the receiver get by you without getting hands on the receiver in order to give your safety time to get over the top. And that time he didn't have time to get over the top, and it was a great throw by the quarterback.
You're going to be glad to hear this on that throw. Mitchell Gibbons just passed your brother, Connor Gomar, for 4th place on the all-time career passing list. Here comes the handoff, moving the ball up the field. Jalen Hayward, I believe, as he brings the ball to the 33-yard line. Not a whole lot of yardage there as the Wildcats have it second down, 8 yards to go. 5:13 to play. First quarter, 7-6, Farragut in the lead.
Yeah, it was a nice little design play there. If he'd have cut it up maybe just a little quicker, we probably could have got about 3 or 4 more yards. But nevertheless, it's got a couple yards on the play and puts us in 2nd and 8.
You know, a few years ago when I would have said that, you would have blasted your little brother, but you just let it go. Second down, 8 yards to go. Ball is at the 34-yard line. Single receiver split to the right, single man to the left. Mitchell has pressure this time, fires a pass. Oh, it's caught! And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Touchdown, Oak Ridge! The Wildcats. What a throw, but what a more impressive catch. Great throw and catch by the Wildcats.
Oh, it was very impressive. Once again, it was cover 2. The safety was over the top this time, but he threaded the needle right in between the two of them. And the biggest thing I was impressed with, he maintained control of the ball through contact, and Brandon Hayward had a great grab. And I think the biggest thing there is he didn't let the ball come to him. He got his hands out there, caught it with his hands, and was able to make the play.
So the Wildcats score again on a long drive. Tyler Dunham trying to hit the extra point here. Hayden Tarwater on the snap. The kick by Tyler Dunham is up. It's off to the right again. And the Wildcats lead is 12-7. We're going to take a break. We're going to send it back once again to Brian Bennett. We'll be back to Farragut. Oak Ridge on top, 12-7. Back in 60 seconds. Welcome back once again to Farragut Field. The Wildcats on top again, 12-7. A lot of offense here in the first quarter. 4:39 to play. Tyler Dunham to kick off once again, and somebody's offsides here. On that throw, that touchdown pass, Mitchell Gibbons, I believe was it to Brandon Hayward once again?
It was Brandon Hayward once again.
So 2 touchdowns for the freshman. That time he passed Mike Underwood for 3rd place on the all-time passing list. He only has 2 guys in front of him, a guy that you played with, Scott McMahon and Bradley Zolliger.
Yeah, it's 2 guys that one I played with and one I've coached, so that's a big accomplishment right there to move up on the list.
Once again, the Wildcats back up 5 yards here. 4:39 to play. Spencer, during the break, I said something to you. Not a whole lot of defense to this point.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be the case right now. Each team is kind of having their way with other defense. Oak Ridge has done a great job of getting the ball out and getting it out quick, and it's kind of forced Farragut to change up what they were doing, and it looked like they were going to start playing a lot of cover 3, and they changed it back to cover 2, and the corners just getting beat on the inside.
Here's the pump up. Farragut's fumble. The ball's loose on the ground. Last week, the Wildcats against Campbell County recovered one of those, but a little bit different because it wasn't even fielded by the Cougars. It'll be Farragut back on offense. First down, 10 yards to go. The ball's going to be at the 37-yard line. 4 minutes, 38 seconds to play. First quarter, 12-7. Last year, the Wildcats fell behind in the ball game at Blankenship Field, 14-0. Scored 21 unanswered points to beat the Admirals of Blankenship Field, 21-14. A little different kind of a ball game here. Both teams have been able to move the ball. The Wildcats on 2 long drives, one of 80, one of 78 yards, I believe, and then Farragut marched the ball down the field for a long drive, about 75 yards. First down, 10 yards to go. Admirals, 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right once again. Once again, the Wildcats showing a little blitz here. They're going to hand it to the back. This time, he is hemmed into the backfield and pushed out of bounds. The Wildcats drop him for a loss. That time, the Wildcats kind of right on top of the running back, and they're going to lose about 4.
Yeah, Matthew Swigert did a great job coming up and putting a good hit on him for a loss of 3 yards. But right there, the linebackers and the D linemen did a great job fitting their gaps and extending the play, making them bounce it outside. And to me, that's not going to be his type of game, is running east and west. He's more of a north-south type of runner.
Were you a north-south runner?
I was definitely a north-south runner.
Second down, 13 yards to go. The ball is at the 34-yard line. They'll hand it off to him again. This time he is stuck and dropped after about a 3-yard gain by Jacob Bourbon, the linebacker, the junior linebacker. It's going to be a gain of about 3, maybe 3.5. Third down, 10 yards to go. The ball is at the 37-yard line. They've been most impressive. I mean, the back's pretty impressive when he runs it, but the quarterback has really looked good. Dawson Moore. Let's see what they do on a passing down here. Third down, 10. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. The Wildcats get on defense, 4-man front, dropping back their linebackers just a little bit. They are going to pass. More pressure this time. Pass is going to be caught, and that's going to be a first down. Soft coverage out here in the flats, and they pick up a first down.
Yes, number 20 for Farragut. It seemed to give them a lot of problems. It looked like Oak Ridge was in some type of cover 2 or cover 4, and the linebacker did not expand into his zone and just threw it right over the top of him for a nice first down.
Matt White is the receiver who makes the reception. 3:46 to play. The Wildcats once again have the lead, 12-7. But Farragut on the march once again. They're in Oak Ridge territory at the 49-yard line. 3 receivers split to the left. They're going to hand it off once again. The running back, arm tackle that time by Jacob Bourbon, but he does get him down, but not before he picks up about 5 yards or so. It'll be for Farragut. Second down, 5 yards to go. 3:23 to play first quarter. 12-7 our score. Beautiful night here from Farragut Field.
It's a great night to have a football game. It's kind of cool outside. You got a little bit of a breeze, and just a good night to play a little ball.
Second down, 5 yards to go. The Wildcats coming in with a blitz. Pass is going to be caught, swung out of the backfield, and the stop is made out there. A nice little open field tackle this time by Jayden Hayward. He makes the stop right at the 40. They needed to get to the 39 for a first down, so it's a yard short. Third down, 1 yard to go.
Oak Ridge needs to come up big right here with a stop. If it's me and I'm Farragut, I'm giving the ball to number 8 and with some type of inside of play.
2 minutes, 40 seconds and counting. The ball, the nose of the ball right at the 40-yard line. Receivers left and right once again. Number 8, incidentally, is Eli Purcell. Wildcats jump off sides again. That's the second time Wildcats have given them a first down by jumping off sides.
And I believe it's the second time on third down and third and short. Farragut also did it on the goal line as well. And, Oak Ridge is kind of shooting themselves in the foot. You get a stop right there, and now you put them in a situation, do they punt or do they go for it?
Ball's at the Oak Ridge 35-yard line. Farragut moving left to right here, wearing their all blue jerseys with gray, the silver helmet with the blue Dallas Cowboy star on it. Wildcats in their all white pants jerseys, Cardinal numerals. Wildcats on the line of scrimmage. Quarterback's going to pass deep in the backfield, trying to get up the field. The Wildcats make the stop behind the line of scrimmage. Wildcats defended that play very, very well. Cole Adams, along with Kai Hirsch and one other Wildcat, make the stop. It's a loss of a yard on the play.
Yeah, Jayden Hayward came up and made the first contact, and the receiver kind of bounced off of him, but Cole Adams came in and did a great job wrapping up and running his feet and dropping for a loss of 1.
Second down, 11 yards to go. The ball is at the 36-yard line. 2 minutes, 2 seconds to play. We're at Farragut. Next week, the Wildcats travel to West on another Thursday night ball game. Ball's at the 36-yard line once again. Dawson Moore, 5'11", junior quarterback, has 3 receivers split to the right. He's going to pass, a lot of trouble. Fires it down the way. Pass is going to be caught. Wildcats defending with Jaden Williams, but it's first and 10. First and goal, actually, is Matt White once again on the reception. Not bad coverage, really, there by Jaden Williams, the sophomore. The quarterback just dropped it in there. It's first and goal.
Yeah, Matt White, once again, every time we bring a blitz and they were in man coverage, he has beat his DB on the inside. And then the quarterback has made a great throw every time. And just, unfortunately, he's got beat and got turned around there. But he had a good coverage on the backside. If it had been overthrown, he would have been there. But the quarterback just made a great throw and put the ball where it needed to be.
A loss of about a couple of yards on on first down. It's second down, goal to go. Ball is just at the 6-yard line. We're down to 1:11 to play in the first quarter in a 12-7 ball game. The Wildcats in the lead. Farragut comes up once again. Single running back, receivers left and right for the Admirals. Dawson Moore. Quarterback's going to pass, fires it into the end zone, passes there, pass is caught, touchdown, Farragut. The Admirals score once again. They might have a really good running back, but man, they can throw the football.
Yes, they can, and I believe it's the same guy, number 20, Matt White, just made another great move on his man, beat him to the outside, but their quarterback has really been very impressive tonight, being very consistent of where he's placing the ball.
53 seconds to play, and they'll go for yet another extra point. Farragut retakes the lead, 13-12, 53 seconds to play. High snap, kick is down, and it's up, and it's good. 53 seconds to play first quarter. The Wildcats trail at 14-12. Back to Farragut in 90 seconds.
And the kick goes through the end zone. It's first and 10, Oak Ridge from their own 20. Fans be sure to visit the concession stand on the visitor sideline tonight for smoked pork sandwiches and chips. The stand is named by the Farragut Marching Band Booster Club.
Welcome back. The kickoff went into the end zone. The Wildcats have it first and 10 at the 20. Low snap. Handoff goes to Jabryce Taylor. Jabryce moves the ball right back to the line of scrimmage. The snap was low, and Mitchell didn't come up with it cleanly. Was able to get some positive yards. Might have gained a half a yard at the most. Newsball on the tackle for Farragut. 37 seconds to play. The Wildcats. Looks like we're going to have one of these back and forth affairs. Hopefully, Oak Ridge will have the ball last.
Yeah, it seems like neither team can really stop the pass. Both teams have kind of dink and ducked it down the field, but Farragut's come up with two really big plays, and Oak Ridge has really shot themselves in the foot on some third down penalties.
Second down, 9 yards to go. A little quick pass to Jonathan Stewart. He moves the ball to the 25-yard line. Good coverage out there by Farragut, and that is the final play of the first quarter. Farragut leads the Wildcats 14-12. Let's send it back to the station. We'll be back to Farragut in 2 minutes. David Clary back here along with Spencer Goldmeyer. Our statisticians tonight are Mark and Shauna Hayes. Mike Sheehan's with us as well. Our camera personnel, we have Tyler Morris along with Bryson Brown. Down on the field, we have Lee Wexler along with Christian Rosas Rodriguez and Matthew Charles. Brian Bennett at the station. Wildcats find themselves down 14-12. 2 missed extra points, the difference in the ballgame.
Yeah, it's been a great game so far. Each offense is really moving the ball. Each defense is struggling to find, the feet underneath them. And, hopefully Oak Ridge can come around in this second quarter here and kind of figure it out. It just seems like a couple misplays here from Oak Ridge. It's really kind of, allowed the series to move on. And hopefully, those penalties that we had were crucial on third down, You give them a free first down, and especially in a scenario twice where, that puts them into, hey, are we going to punt or are we going to go for it territory, and you get to stop there. Now you've got short field position at the 40-yard line.
Third down, 4 yards to go. The Wildcats need to pick up a first down. They don't want to give the ball right back to Farragut once again. 3rd and 4. Quarterback is Mitchell Gibbons. Jabryce Taylor in the backfield. 3 receivers to his right. The Wildcats now moving left to right. Senior quarterback Mitchell Gibbons. 3rd down, a long 4 to go for a first. Play clock down to 8. Wildcats, the new center, snaps it back to him. Has time, fires a pass wide open. Jayden Hayward, another first down and more. Brings the ball across the 35 up to the 36. Freshman came to play. He's the leading receiver to this point.
He's looked very impressive, very quick, very solid hands, and the quarterback just made a great throw. He sat down in the zone coverage and made a good throw to him, and he made a good move on the first guy coming to tackle him and made him miss and got the ball up north and south and moved it for a first down.
Wildcats have a 10 back of Oak Ridge first down, as Spencer said, right at the 37-yard line. 11:39 to play first half. 3 receivers once again to the left. In motion comes Preston Turner. Here comes Mitchell running the ball. Mitchell moves the ball across the 40, lowers his shoulder, and goes down right at the 40. It's a gain of about 3.
That was a great play right there. It made a great play. It looked like to be some type of little zone read. Came out, looked like a little option play off the backside of that, and Farragut kind of closed in a little quicker. It looked like he was going to get a gain of about 5 or 6 yards, and they really closed in on him to stop him for a gain of 3.
Second down, 7 yards to go, 11:06 to play. We're in the second quarter now. Farragut leads Oak Ridge 14-12. We're on FM 92.7. We're also on YouTube at Prep Radio and prepradio.com, channel 15. Second down, 7. Mitchell's going to pass. Pass is going to be caught, needs a block. Moving the ball forward for a gain of about 4. Jonathan Stewart on the reception. Preston Turner out there blocking right in front of the Oak Ridge coaching staff. It's going to be third down and about 3 yards to go. The Wildcats down 14-12. Last week, the Wildcats were perfect on their extra points, but tonight they've missed 2, and that's the difference in the ballgame.
That is the difference in the ballgame, and right there, Farragut keeps playing soft with their corners, and Oak Ridge keeps taking that 4 or 5 yard hitch and basically guaranteeing themselves a third and short.
Third down, 3 yards to go. Mitchell Gibbons once again looking at a blitz this time. Mitchell's got less time, fires the pass, is going to be caught, needs to make his own move, and he does. Jonathan Stewart stutter steps his way across around the first down sticks and move the ball to the 48-yard line. Good second effort there by Jonathan Stewart to get that first down.
That was a great second effort, made him miss, but kind of scared me a little bit. He had that ball hanging outside away from his body, but made a great move and great individual effort to get the first down.
Ball is at the Oak Ridge 48-yard line. Defenses have not ruled in this one. The Wildcats with a couple shutouts to their credit in their first 3 ball games. But tonight, Farragut's been able to move the ball. Oak Ridge moving the ball at will against Farragut to this point. First down, 10 yards to go. The ball's at the 48-yard line. Mitchell will hand it off to his running back, and that'll be Jabryce Taylor once again. He moves the ball right to, actually, it's Preston Turner who carries the ball, number 22. From the slot position, gained only about 2 on the play. They're going to say the ball is at the 50-yard line. Second down and 8 yards to go. 10 minutes, 21 seconds to play. Second quarter, second down, 8 yards to go. The Wildcats with a new center today. We feeling bad for Walker Rice, who suffered a bad break last week in the game, but he is replaced by Nick Lucas. Nick is a sophomore, 6'3", 290-pounder. I hope Walker's feeling better. Had surgery today. Second out, 8 yards to go. Quarterback is going to go deep. Fires the pass, incomplete. There was a lot of contact there. They're going to call it incidental contact down the Oak Ridge sideline. Jonathan Stewart, the intended receiver. It's going to bring it third and long.
Yeah, that's the first time I've seen Farragut actually get physical with Oak Ridge at the receiver position. And, it was about 10 yards down the field, which, I don't know if the ball was in the air or not, but it was very physical and a lot further down the field than you're allowed to be that physical.
Third down, 8 yards to go, 9 minutes, 51 seconds to play. Beautiful night here. We can see, if we look straight across towards the Oak Ridge stands, we can see the Smoky Mountains and all their glory. Beautiful night here. Third down, 8 yards to go. The Farragut fans making a lot of noise here in front of us. Mitchell Gibbons, a quarterback. Man comes in motion. Mitchell's going to pass. Fires the pass, caught. Wildcats move the ball. Jonathan Stewart, he's going to be shy of a first down. Got the ball to the 45-yard line of Farragut, but it's going to be fourth facing the Wildcats. And here comes Jacob Burvin and Preston Turner to punt, or will they fake? You never know with this formation. Spencer, what do you think about this formation?
The first time I saw it, it kind of blew my mind. I don't know if I've ever even seen that punt formation, but it's very unique.
Fourth down, we're going to call it about 3.5 yards to go. Jacob Burvin, Preston Turner, side by side. Back there in punt formation. The ball's at the 45-yard line. See if Farragut puts a little pressure on. As the long snapper is Kai Hirsch. The Wildcats are going to fake it. Preston Turner, first down, moves the ball to the 35, to the 30, to the 20. Preston Turner down to the 18-yard line. They gave him the entire left side. Preston, no doubt what the decision was to be. Just run it, and he picks up a first down.
It kind of blew my mind. The whole right side of the Farragut defense just took off in retreat, and it's like they've never even seen that formation on film. And I know I've seen it, and so it kind of blew my mind. I don't know if somebody blew their assignment, but it was an easy decision for Preston Turner to turn it up the field, and a great run.
Preston had one last week on a fourth down play, picked up a first down. 10 back of Oak Ridge first down, 8:39 to play, first and 10. The ball's resting at the Farragut 19-yard line. In motion comes Jalen Hayward. Here comes the handoff to Jabryce Taylor. Moves the ball forward for a gain of about 2 yards, maybe 3. Jabryce getting his first start. Jabryce had a tough luck story last year, just kind of getting in the flow of playing football. Went up to Dobbins-Bennett, had 3 carries, tore his ACL. Was out the entire year last year, but has come back here and is really looking good. 3 touchdowns last week playing for Kendall Jackson. Kendall Jackson better watch it, or it might be Jabryce Taylor being the main guy here. Second down, 8 yards to go, 8 minutes to play in the second quarter. Wildcats down 14-12 here from Farragut Field. Mitchell Gibbons has the snap, wants to pass, now will run, has running room. He moves the ball to the 11-yard line, where it'll be third down and about 2.
Yeah, right there. He dropped back, didn't see anybody open it. Great coverage, and at the last second, tucked down. It looked like he was going to get sacked for a loss of 3 or 4 yards, but made a great decision. Tucked it up and gained a few yards on the play to bring up a 3rd and long 3.
Yeah, we're down to 7:29 to play in a fast-moving first half. The Wildcats down 14-12. Wildcats have Brandon Hayward split out to the right. Jalen Hayward, his older brother, as well. Wildcats have 2 receivers split to the left side as well. Wildcats with 1 running back, Jabryce. Man comes in motion from the slot. That's Preston Turner. Mitchell rolls, fires a pass. Pass is incomplete. Intended out that way to Cole Adams. It's going to be 4th down and about 3. That time they came around the end. Great pressure, and Mitchell had to deliver the pass before he wanted to.
Yeah, they had great pressure there at the last second. They rolled down into man coverage and brought a blitz on the backside there. And it was good coverage, but the pressure made him get rid of the ball quicker than he wanted to before the receiver could get open in the flats.
Wildcats are going to bring some big boys into the ball game here. 7:05 to play. The clock is stopped. The Wildcats down 14-12. Ball is at the 12-yard line of Farragut. The Wildcats have it 4th down, 3 yards to go. The Wildcats with a slot to the right. Once again, lone running back is Jabryce Taylor. There was movement in the backfield. He's going to fire into the end zone. Pass is going to be incomplete. Looked like there was motion, but I didn't see a flag go down. The pass is incomplete. I think the Wildcats perhaps thought there should have been a flag, but there was some hesitation on both sides, and the pass is incomplete, and Farragut takes over on downs.
Yeah, it looked like to me that we, in the backfield, we moved a little early, and it kind of froze everybody. And made a great play there. Farragut made a great defense. It looked like we put in number 10 for Oak Ridge and Jackson Adams, and kind of tried to sneak him out in the back in the corner. The ball was just a little bit overthrown. He made a good effort, dive for it, but it was just outside of his catch radius.
You know Jackson's dad, Garfield.
Oh, I know Garfield, one of my favorite coaches that I've had back when I was playing.
Farragut first down, 10 yards to go. They lead by 2, 14-12, 7 minutes to play here in the first half. Quarterback's going to hand it to the back, and he's going to be hit right at the 15-yard line. The Wildcats make the stop with Burvin along with Jackson Adams. It's a gain on the play of about 3. Second down, 7 yards to go. Kind of surprised the Wildcats didn't try to go for a field goal there to try to retake the lead. They went for it on 4th down. It did not. They did not get the first down, obviously. 6:38 to play. Very fast-moving. Farragut's kept the ball on the ground for the most part. Second down, 7, 6:32 to play. They lead by 2. From the Admiral 15-yard line, moving right to left. Quarterback's going to run it. Tries to get wide, and he does. Moves the ball to the 20, and then tackled at the 25-yard line. Tripped up on the sideline by Oak Ridge's Preston Turner, but not before Farragut picks up a first down.
Yeah, that's a couple times now they've gone into more of a wildcat formation with number 20, Matt White, who's probably had over 100 yards receiving already in the first half of this game, and they just, brought their big running back, number 8, and used him as a lead blocker and just kind of bounced it outside.
Mark and Shauna Hayes will have the statistics at halftime. 1st and 10. We'll get the exact statistical totals here. They're going to hand it off to the back this time. He is stuck right in the middle part of the line and driven back by the Wildcats. It'll be no gain. In fact, might have even lost a yard depending on the spot. They're going to put it down, I believe, at the 25-yard line. And if that's the case, right at the 26, it'll be second down 10. 5:48 to play. First half, 14-12. The Admirals lead the Wildcats. So on that last drive, the first time either defense had stopped the other offense as the Admirals come 2nd and 10. As I mentioned, at the Farragut 26-yard line, moving right to left. The Wildcats showing blitz. Here comes Matthew Swigert. He sacks him all the way back. The ball is fumbled, picked up on the ground by the Admirals all the way back at the 15. Matthew Swigert came untouched around the right end and was able to get to the quarterback. The ball came bouncing loose and lost all the way back to the 17-yard line.
It was a perfect play call just at the right time. Farragut had an offensive set where the quarterback rolled out to the right. His blind side, never even saw him coming off the edge, and he did a great job of timing it up late to not alert from where he was coming from.
They need to get up to around the 36-yard line for a first down. It is third down, about 19 yards to go for a first. The ball resting at the 16. They're going to pass. They've had some great success. Quarterback's going to be belted, but the pass is complete. Or is it incomplete? They're going to say it is complete right at the sticks, and that is a first down. Well, and it is. Wildcats came in with a blitz once again. The coverage on the sideline, the guy was just standing there at the sticks, and he delivered the pass right to him. 1st and 10, Farragut. Big play.
That was a huge play by Farragut right there. He kind of broke out just right at the sticks, about a 15-yard out to the sidelines. He put the ball right where he needed to be.
First down, 10 yards to go. The ball is at the 36-yard line. Wildcats once again looking at a blitz once again. Pass across the way. Oh, another great catch. They are making big-time plays. And once again, that is White, Matt White, MVP of the first half for sure for the Admirals. That's another first down up to the 48-yard line.
It was a very, very impressive catch. The quarterback threw the ball behind him. He kind of jumped back and did a great job of holding on to it and kind of just fell right in between the zone, right in the middle of a window.
First down, 10 yards to go. The ball at the Admiral 48, 4:25 to play. Farragut will get the ball first in the second half. And the Wildcats showing blitz again. They're going to run it. And boom! Big stick. Jacob Burvin picks him up, drives him to the middle of the Blue Star at Bill Claybo Field. It'll be a gain of 2.
Very impressive play right there. It looks like Oak Ridge was a man coverage again and bringing a little bit of a pressure. And there's a one-on-one situation. And he stuck his shoulder pads in there nice and low, made a big hit.
3:58 to play. The Wildcats need to make a stop here as the Admirals have the ball across midfield just barely, right between the 50 and the 49. Second down, 8 yards to go. Once again, Dawson Moore, quarterback, drops the pass. Fires a pass, incomplete this time. Cole Adams defending for the Wildcats, but once again, he was open, and it'll be third down and 8 yards to go. They've been able to pick up first downs on third down, whether it be Oak Ridge giving it to him on penalties or making big plays.
Yeah, Oak Ridge brought some pressure there again on the outside. I believe it was number 7 for Oak Ridge, Jayden Hayward, and kind of got out of his head and got a little happy feet for the quarterback and released the ball just a little too early.
3 minutes, 42 seconds to play. The ball is actually now back a half a yard at the 50-yard line. Third down and 8 yards to go. The Wildcats, once again, showing blitz. Don't want to jump off sides here. Quarterback back to pass. Fires a pass. Once again, complete. Got the single coverage out there, man-to-man, and they just cannot cover them.
That's the exact same play they did to get the last first down on 3rd and 14. Back to the single receiver side, and it looks like we were on man coverage, at least on the single receiver side, and they just run a 10 to 15-yard out, and the quarterback puts it right on the money.
First down, 10 yards to go. The ball at the 39-yard line, crisply moving down the field once again. The Wildcats haven't stopped him yet. Farragut yet to punt. They've only scored. Once again, Moore to pass. Floats it this time long, wide open, touchdown. They score in the end zone, wide open. Wildcats, deep men, got burned back there, and it's another touchdown for Farragut.
Yeah, they just seemed not to have an answer for number 20, Matt White, for Farragut. I believe that is his second touchdown of the game, and that puts him well over 150 yards, I believe, for the game tonight.
3 minutes, 30 seconds to play here. Farragut leads by 8, 20-12. And the Admirals will go for it. Got to remember they've had a couple weeks to prepare for Oak Ridge, and it looks like they spent their time wisely. They'll go for the extra point here. High snap, kick is up, on its way, and it is good. 3:30 to play, second quarter, 21-12. The Wildcats trail. We'll send it back once again to the station. We'll be back to Farragut in 60 seconds. As the Admirals will be kicking off once again. 21-12 the score, 3.5 minutes to play. The Wildcats went for it on fourth down, did not get any points out of it. Let's see what Farragut's kick. It's going to be up. Jalen's going to be able to return this one. He's got it at the 5. Jalen Hayward at the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25-yard line, up to the 26-yard line. Moves the senior. And the Wildcats will take over first down, 10 yards to go. I know right now you don't want to have a turnover right here deep, and you don't want to give them even more points, but I think you're right. I think the Wildcats need a little bit of momentum heading into halftime.
Yes, they definitely do. I think they need to use all of this 3 minutes, 20 seconds. One thing you do not want is a turnover, nor do you want to go 3 and out on 3 quick passes and giving them the ball back with time to score again.
Wildcats do have all three of their timeouts here. 3:24 to play. Here come the Wildcats moving left to right. Mitchell Gibbons, first down, 10 yards to go. And the Wildcats are down 21-12. Let's see what Mitchell can do. The Wildcats are going to have the quarterback dump it over to here to Hayward, incomplete. Everyone else thought the handoff went to the Wildcat running back Taylor, but it was Mitchell pulling it up. I thought at first he was going to run, but then he dumped it off just a little bit too high to Hayward.
Yeah, it looked like to be a design play where they fake the dive, ride him out, read the outside linebacker, kind of give you a run-pass option. If that linebacker fades out to the receiver, the quarterback will keep it, and that time he just overthrew him by just a foot or so.
Second down, 10 yards to go, 3:19 to play first half, 21-12, the Wildcats trailing. Once again, Mitchell's going to pass. Quick pass is going to be caught by Jalen Hayward this time, and out of bounds he goes at the 31-yard line. It's going to be third down and long facing the Wildcats, and the clock is stopped. They haven't taken off much time off the clock, so really a big play in the ballgame, I think, Spencer.
Yeah, it looks like Farragut's coming out, playing in soft zone and playing a cover 4. The corners are back deep, playing about 8 yards. The safeties are sitting back at about 12 and allowing them to, to throw those short passes underneath, knowing, Oak Ridge has got the time against them.
Third down, 5 yards to go. The Wildcats receivers left and right. 4-man front, Mitchell Gibbons rolls to pass, fires a pass. It's going to be incomplete. Very low pass. Could have been intercepted out there, too. The Wildcats honestly got fortunate that could have been picked off for a pick 6 there, and the Wildcats are going to be forced to punt. So exactly what we said they didn't need to do. 25 seconds off the clock, and Farragut's going to have just under 3 minutes to get the ball down the field and score again.
Yeah, you came out with an incompletion to start it off, and then a short pass, the receiver got out of bounds, and then once again right here, the incompletion on third down, it gives them the ball back with 3 minutes to go. Let's see if Oak Ridge's defense can stand up to the task and get us a stop in the first half.
Fourth down, 5 yards to go. I doubt the Wildcats will fake it here. Wildcats are going to punt it with Jacob Burvin. It's going to take a good Oak Ridge bounce. Nice roll. It's going to be fielded by Farragut, and they are going to try to return it, and they've got some running. There's a block in the back, and there's the flag. Very poor decision by the Farragut Admiral. They just cost them, about 15 yards. They would have had, field position at around the 20-yard line, but he cost them big. Just hit the Wildcat in the back. That's very helpful.
Yeah, that's a big play for Oak Ridge because now they have to move the ball half the distance to the goal line, and it's going to give them the ball somewhere around the 7.5, 8-yard line to start the last drive of the first half.
21-12, Farragut has the lead here. 2:51 to play. The Wildcats need a stop on defense. Oak Ridge has not been able to slow down the Farragut offense. I know Coach Miner and his defensive staff will get together at halftime and try to figure out some adjustments. They'll have to, or they'll get beaten here at Farragut High School as the ball's walked back to the 7-yard line. But I have all faith in the world in Coach Miner. Wildcats on defense here. Farragut, 1st and 10. The ball's at their own 7. Quarterback's going to run the ball himself, try to get wide, and is going to be hemmed in and dropped at the 5-yard line. Let's see if the Wildcats call a timeout. Coach Gaddis will probably wait till the second down play. 2:39 to play. The Wildcats down 21-12. It's been third down, which has been the killer for Oak Ridge.
It's been third down. We've had a couple penalties, and then they've had a couple of big throws on third down. First, second down, we've done a great job of holding them and especially getting them in third and long. And it just seems to be that third down's been Oak Ridge's defense Achilles heel so far tonight.
Loss of 2 on the play. Second down, 12 yards to go. The ball's at the Admiral 5-yard line. Dawson Moore, quarterback. He's going to hand it to his back, and he's going to fire a pass in the flats. It's going to be complete, and it's going to be pass interference anyway against Preston Turner. I believe that's going to be the call. That's going to get Farragut a first down. I believe Preston was on his back, but I think he still made the catch.
He made the catch, and Preston Turner had great tight coverage. Might got to him a little soon, but about every time in high school they're going to make that play, make that call on that play.
2 minutes to play here, so another big reception by the Farragut Admirals and another conversion up to the 25-yard line. No turnovers in the ball game for the Admirals. The Wildcats just trying to figure out this offense by the Farragut team. First down, 10 yards to go at the Farragut 25-yard line. Wildcats showing blitz again, and every time they've done that, they've kind of been burned, but this time the quarterback is going to be sacked. He is going to be driven down hard. Big stop by the Wildcats, and they drop him by Kai Hirsch, I believe. Loss of about 6.
Yeah, Oak Ridge did a great job of staying in their lanes on pressure. That's one thing that sometimes you can get lost on is, bring pressure and each defender has got an assignment and a gap that he's got to fill, and if you bounce outside your gap, sometimes you can get burnt. And right there, Oak Ridge did a great job of crashing the pocket down on the quarterback, and he had to step up in the pocket, and Oak Ridge made a great play.
At halftime, we'll have Mike Sheehan scoring summary, I do believe, if he has that for them. We'll have Mark's first half statistics. Reminder that our next broadcast of Oak Ridge High School football will be coming up on Thursday, a week from tonight. Another Thursday ball game. The Wildcats traveling to West, and this West team dismantled this Farragut team. I think it was 31 or 30-7 2 weeks ago. This Farragut's obviously improved their offense. That West team is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I heard it was a close game for the first half, and the second half, West kind of, extended their lead on some turnovers by Farragut, and it looks like they've capitalized on their mistakes from previous weeks.
Second down, 5 yards to go. Farragut did call a timeout. The ball's back at the 20-yard line. Dawson Moore, quarterback, rolls to his left. Lots of pressure once again. He delivers a pass, almost intercepted by the Wildcats' Brian Kelly. So, Wildcats, if they could get a third down stop in this ball game, which they have not been able to do so, Wildcats should get their hands on the ball. They still have 2 timeouts. The clock stopped there, and it'll be with 1:41 to play. Third down, 15 yards to go. The Wildcats need a stop right here.
Yes, they do. There's a great play right there. That's the second time they've brought backside pressure by number 15 for Oak Ridge, and he's gotten to the quarterback each time. And right there, that was almost a big play because the ball was tipped up in the air and just fell short of the linebacker's hands.
Third down, 15. Here comes a pass. It's going to be caught in the middle of the field. He moves the ball forward, but he's short of a first down. Going to be tackled at the 30. I bet the Wildcats will call a timeout. We'll take it with them. 1:31 to play. Although the clock ticks down a couple extra seconds, we'll be back to Farragut, as the Wildcats, I believe, did call a timeout, although the clock is still running, and they stopped it. And then finally they do now stop the clock, but they let too much time off the clock, and they're going to have to put more time on the clock. We'll take a quick break. We'll send it back to Brian Bennett. We'll be back in 60 seconds. David Clary back here along with Spencer Goldmeyer. 1:32 to play. They had ticked off a lot of time off. I don't think they were aware that Oak Ridge was calling a timeout, but they signaled up to the booth. They put extra time on the clock. Wildcats could use a good return here. It's 4th down and 6 yards to go. Farragut on top of Oak Ridge, 21-12. The Wildcats still have 1 timeout remaining. They are not in punt formation, trying to get Oak Ridge to jump off sides, which they've done several times in this ball game, and they almost did there, and now they're going to use one of their timeouts. The Wildcats almost jumped off there. There was movement on the line, but he didn't get across the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it looked like on the interior line there we had one defensive lineman or a linebacker was up in the gap, kind of jumped. You couldn't tell if he was trying to maybe draw the offenses offsides, but Oak Ridge did a good job not doing that and forcing them to call a timeout, and more than likely they're going to come out in a punt formation with 4th and 6 to go.
Our camera personnel tonight, we're on Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15. We're also streaming on the internet, I believe, on YouTube at Prep Radio. We've got Christian Rosas Rodriguez, along with Matthew Charles, Lee Wexler doing camera work. Up top we have Tyler Morris and Bryson Brown. 1:32 to play. 21-12. The Wildcats missing 2 extra points in this one. Now they're in punt formation. 4th down, a little bit more than 5 to go. We'll call it 6 yards to go. The sophomore, Jayden Williams, standing back at the 33-yard line. Wildcats had a couple punts blocked in the West ball game. He gets the punt away here. It's a short one. Going to angle out of bounds and go out of bounds at around the 37-yard line. And that is where Oak Ridge will take over. First down and 10 yards to go. So, kind of a shorter field to go. Let's see what the Wildcats elect to do in their final 1:24.
Yeah, right there on the punt, they really didn't give the return man for Oak Ridge an opportunity to return it. Ball never got about 15, 20 feet off the ground, end over end, and rolled out of bounds, as you said, at the 37. Oak Ridge will have it 1st and 10 with 1:24 to go.
Mike Underwood listening to us tonight down in Alabama. As the Wildcats come to the line, Mitchell Gibbons, a quarterback. Wildcats have 1 timeout, the ball at their own 30, looks like around the 38-yard line. Mitchell is going to hand it off to Jabryce. Jabryce moves the ball to the 40. That's about it. And it's only a gain of about 2. We're down to 1:16 to play. Wildcats, I know they don't want to make any mistakes here, but they're not in much of a hurry to get up to the line of scrimmage. Now they are. Mitchell's going to have 3 receivers to his left. Wildcats with a single man to the right. Mitchell's got all day to pass. Pass is caught right in the middle of the field. They move the ball to around the 45-yard line. Now you're going to have to use your timeout here. 58 seconds to play. It's going to be third down and about 3 yards to go. Preston Turner was the receiver. Wildcats quickly to the line. Third down, 3 yards to go. The Wildcats 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Mitchell has time, pumps, goes down the way, wide open. He makes the catch and goes out of bounds at the Farragut 31-yard line. First and 10, a 10-back of Oak Ridge first down. Soft coverage that time by Farragut.
Very soft coverage. They played cover 2. Once again, the corner never got their hands on the receiver, and Oak Ridge got lucky right there because their slot receiver on the weak side of the play never really got set before the quarterback called for the snap. The ball was snapped, and he was still in motion, so Oak Ridge got lucky right there on that pass.
First down, 10 yards to go. Oak Ridge. Mitchell back to pass. Goes down the way, once again up for grabs and throws it away. Got belted as he delivered the pass. Stops the clock. It was intended for Preston Turner. 33.5 seconds to play. Now the Wildcats have a little time to think about it just a bit. Second down, 10. The Wildcats down 21-12. Wildcats have the ball at the Farragut 30-yard line. They need to probably get inside the 20 to get in the field goal range for whoever, Tyler Dunham or whoever comes out, Camden Malcody, whoever the long kicker is. Second and 10. Ball's at the Farragut 30-yard line. Moving left to right of the Wildcats. Mitchell fires a quick pass. Jalen Hayward. That's a first down across the 15, down to the 14-yard line. 10 back of Oak Ridge. First down with 27 seconds to play. The Wildcats knocking on the door once again. Let's see if Mitchell just comes up and spikes it. 26 seconds to play. He does spike it. Stops the clock. 23.6 seconds. It'll be second and 10 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, it was a great play by number 6, Jalen Hayward. The safety kind of walked up on him, and he gave him a little move to outside, cut inside, got inside between him and the inside linebacker, and the quarterback made a great play. The play was only 5 yards down the field, but he extended the play down to the 15, and hopefully we're inside of field goal range with 23 seconds, and hopefully we can get a touchdown.
Wildcats still have the one lone timeout that I would have spent a long time ago. That's why I'm up here, and that's why they're down there. Ball's at the 15-yard line, second down and 10 yards to go. From the 15, Mitchell back to pass, looks to the end zone. There's the man open. Pass is caught. Touchdown, Oak Ridge. The Wildcats make the reception in the end zone. And once again, it's Preston Turner on the score. And with 17 seconds to play, nobody could have caught that except Preston. It was threaded between two blue shirts, and the Wildcats have yet another touchdown.
It was a great throw and a great catch right between the safety and the corner. And, Oak Ridge has done a great job of that all night, finding the pockets. And the quarterback for Oak Ridge, Mitchell Gibbons, has done a great job of putting those balls into those windows.
Timeout is asked for. We're going to take one ourselves. 21-18. Farragut back in 60 seconds. And the Wildcats will be lining up to go for 2 here. The Wildcats down 21-18. What a great game to watch on TV tonight. Wildcats will have Mitchell Gibbons, receivers left and right, going for the 2-point conversion here to make it a 1-point game. Mitchell has time, floats it, end zone, passes incomplete. Looked like he was tackled at the goal line. I didn't see a flag. No flag is down, and the Wildcats will get ready to kick off. 21-18. Our score, 17 seconds to play. Did I see the receiver get tackled right at the goal line?
To me, it looked like it was a very aggressive coverage, if you want to say, Dave. He was all over the receiver's back, and to me, a flag should have been thrown on that play.
Yeah, the last game that you and I did, with the exception of a couple scores late, it was not really the most exciting game. This one picked a good one to take over the mic here.
Yeah, I think the last game we called was at West, and then up until the end, it was a very good defensive ball game for both teams, and this one's just been a shootout up and down the field the entire night.
The Wildcats only stopped one time. They went for a fourth down play and weren't able to score. Farragut has moved the ball crisply, and they've only had to punt once in the ball game. The Wildcats will kick off here 17-2, so the TV audience getting a good one to watch here. Next week we'll be on television again at West. I'm telling you, that West team is just fantastic. You saw how good they were last year.
Yeah, I watched the game last year. They were big. They were physical. I don't know who they lost this year from last year's team.
Hardly
but
anybody.
If they haven't lost anybody, then that's got to be a team that you got to look at for a chance to win the state championship this year because, they were that big and that physical. But, last year Oak Ridge held their own for the first 3 quarters, and it seemed like it came down to the fourth quarter. And if I remember right, a couple of turnovers there at the end of the game that kind of made that score look like it was worse than it really was.
Tyler Dunn's going to pop up once again here. 21-18, the Wildcats down, and it's a little high kick. It's going to be a fair catch signal for right at the 30-yard line. So let's see what Farragut does. 17.2 seconds to play. They have 70 yards to drive. Obviously, just about any time we've ever been to Farragut, and I've seen every Farragut Oak Ridge game there's ever been played. I know I'm old, Spencer, but they always have a good kicker, and I would expect this year they do as well.
I would assume so, Dave. And they've had really good kickers in the past. I know when we played them, they always had a guy that could boot one from anywhere on the field. So Oak Ridge right here needs to do a good job of containing them and keeping them inside the 40-yard line.
First down, 10 yards to go. See if Farragut just takes a knee. And nope, they're going to run a play. They're going to go deep with it. Got coverage down the middle of the field. Pass is there. Pass is going to be incomplete. Face guarding is allowed in high school football. Pass is incomplete. Much better coverage that time. 10 seconds to play. It'll be 2nd and 10.
That was a great coverage by number 15, Matthew, for Oak Ridge. He did a great job there playing the ball, reading the receiver's eyes. And there for a second, you thought he might have gotten beat over the top, but the receiver got lazy. He did a great job sticking his hands up at the last moment and knocked the ball away.
2nd down, 10 yards to go from the Farragut 31-yard line. 10 seconds to play here in the first half at Farragut Field. Handoff goes to the back, and he is tackled by the Wildcats and trying to drive forward and get out of bounds, and he does just at the 2-second mark, and that is the end of the first. They didn't even stop the clock, although he went out of bounds. The electric clock operator, and the Wildcats will be happy to head to the dressing room. I don't see Coach Courtney arguing in the fact, but it looked like to me like they drove him out of bounds. Probably should have stopped the clock with about 3 seconds, but oh well. Welcome back to Farragut. The Wildcats trailing 21-18. The second half about set. Tyler Dunn will pop it up once again to the Farragut Admirals, who have all with one have called for a fair catch. Yard line. Handoff goes to the back, and he's going to move the ball forward for a gain of about 3. Not much more than that. The Wildcats make the stop. Looks like Isaiah Boone is there for the stop, along with looks like Kai Hirsch and perhaps Morgan. And 3. 2nd down, 7 yards to go. 11:42 to play third quarter. Farragut now moving left to right, wearing their all blue pants, blue jerseys, silver numerals, silver helmet, star, the Dallas Cowboys star on their helmet. The Wildcats in their all whites tonight. 2nd down, 7 yards to go. Dawson Moore, quarterback for the Admirals, and he's going to pass. Pass is going to be caught, and the Wildcats need to make a play, and they do. Maybe about a yard short of a first down. I think it's going to be 3rd down and 1 yard to go.
Yeah, right there. They just, threw the ball out to the flats. A little quick play. Oak Ridge brought a little bit of pressure on that backside, tried to roll down the safety. The safety got there, and the receiver made a nice little play, juked to the outside, cut in the inside, and over pursued. And, we did a good job trailing on the D-line and the backside linebackers to stop them for a 3rd down.
3rd down, a yard to go. The ball is at the 38-yard line of Farragut. 2 receivers to the left. Quarterback Dawson Moore looking at pressure, handoff to the back, and he is hit, but he has the first down. Got the 1 yard they needed and got it up to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, you had one referee stop it right there, marked it a little farther up, and the one line judge down here on the side was a little behind that. It looks like they went with the one that gave them the better field position.
Yeah, he needed about a yard. They got a yard. It's first down, 10 yards to go, 10:29 to play. Third quarter, Farragut leads Oak Ridge 21-18. The Wildcats trying to beat Farragut for the 2nd consecutive year and for the 31st time in 45 meetings, as the Admirals have it 1st and 10. Quarterback's rolling the pass, pressured a bit, wants to turn the corner at the 40, 45, hurdles forward to midfield or close to it. He's actually pushed out at the 49-yard line. That's close to another first down.
Yeah, once again, it's number 20 for Farragut. They lined him up in the backfield in a kind of a wildcat position, rolled the running back out as a lead blocker, and they just beat the contain on the outside edge for a gain of 9 yards.
Wildcats have Trey Rowe at defensive end on the left side. Jackson Adams in the ball game. In the ball game for the Wildcats. Ethan Hewitt playing on the defensive line. Looks like Elam still in there. The linebackers are the same. Kelly and Bervin. Handoff to the back, quick handoff, and then the Wildcats make the stop after a gain of about 4 yards. Jacob Irvin yet another tackle for the Wildcats. 10 minutes to play third quarter. Farragut in Oak Ridge territory. Ball at the 47-yard line. Gain of, we'll call it 4. Second down, 6 yards to go for Farragut. The Admirals have only punted once, and that was their last possession of the first half. Second down, 4 yards to go.
And once again, number 20 is their do-it-all player, it seems to be. He keeps lining them up in the backfield. Matt White has done a great job for them, and he just pounded it right up the middle.
Second and 4. More to pass. Quick pass. Wide open in the flats. And it's another first down. Swigert defending out there along with Cole Adams. Once again, they just continue to drift people out in the flats. That time it was caught by Alex Taylor. Markers down on the play. We'll have to check this flag. Penalty is going to be holding. No, it's actually roughing the passer against Oak Ridge. The Wildcats, I didn't see it, honestly. I was looking up the field. It is a personal foul against the Wildcats, so that's going to tack more yardage on them.
Yeah, I didn't see it either, Dave. They just keep running that 10 to 15 yard out there, throw it over the outside linebacker's head and just below the corner.
It'll be first down, 10 yards to go for Farragut. They're once again moving. The Wildcats have helped them with penalties. This ball is moved up to the 22-yard line. The Wildcats are down 3 here. First down, 10, 9:25 to play. Here in the third period, the Wildcat defense has to stiffen up here. The quarterback is Dawson Moore, 5'11", 175-pound junior. The Wildcats showing blitz once again by Swigert. He's going to pass, runs right into Swigert. He runs past him, moves the ball to the 20, and then the Wildcats make the stop at the 17-yard line. Jacob Irvin, sure tackler, drops him. That time, Matthew was coming in. This time, the quarterback eluded him, was able to pick up 5.
Yeah, the quarterback did a great job of recognizing the blitz pre-snap, pointing him out. The running back did a great job picking up the blitzer, and the quarterback just snuck right underneath him for a gain of 5.
Ball is at the 17-yard line of Oak Ridge. The Wildcats down 3 in this one. Second down, 5 yards to go. Quarterback's going to hand it off to the running back, and he's rolling towards the end zone. He's at the 3, he's at the 2, he's at the pylon, goes out of bounds officially at the 2. That time, can't arm tackle that guy for sure. Purcell is a big, strong back, 6'2", 230-pound senior. It'll be first and goal Farragut.
Yeah, that play right there, his gap opened up, and the Oak Ridge's linebacker did a good job to force him out to the 1 because, I mean, he, as you said, he is a big running back and a force to bring down.
First down goal to go. Quarterback's going to run it in, and he's got a touchdown. Farragut scores with 8:27 to play. Farragut's offense making it look easy against the Wildcats here, and they up their lead over Oak Ridge to 27-18.
Yeah, right there they just lined up and twins to both sides, brought a guy in motion to move the linebacker out to the opposite side and just did a little QB draw right up the middle.
And they'll go for yet another extra point. The 1-yard score by the quarterback. 27-18 the score. Farragut has taken advantage of their week off here as the kick is on its way. It's up, and it is good. 28-18, the Wildcats down 10. 8:27 to play, third quarter. Take a break. We'll send it back to Brian Bennett. We'll be back with yet another Farragut kickoff in 60 seconds.
Yeah, they've been great and very proficient on the offensive side of the ball, moving the ball. I won't say at will, but, Oak Ridge has not really helped out that situation, giving them many penalties as it extended the drives for the Farragut Admirals.
The Wildcats, they go for a onside kick there. And let's see if they were offsides. I think they probably were. That's too bad because Jason Coates fielded it. And the Wildcats would have had it close to midfield, but I guess they were going to be penalized 5 yards offsides. Not a bad idea. The Wildcats reeling by 10. But Jason Coates was there equal to the task, but Farragut was offsides, and they'll have to re-kick. Jalen Hayward takes an extra step forward to the 10-yard line. Farragut on top, 28-18, 8:27 to play third period here at Farragut. Oak Ridge crowd, not big. I mean, smallest Oak Ridge Farragut crowd I've seen in a while. As the kick is away, he drills this one. Jalen Hayward backs up on it. Fields it at the 1, 5, 10, 15, 20. Jalen Hayward to the 22-yard line, and that is where Oak Ridge will take over. First down, 10 yards to go. Wildcats back on offense here. Offense has not been the problem for the Wildcats. The quarterback for Oak Ridge is Mitchell Gibbons. Will set the starters. The Wildcats have Jonathan Stewart, Preston Turner, Brandon Hayward, and Jalen Hayward. The offensive line consists of Ethan Hewitt, Robert Hill, the new center, Nick Lucas, Vinny West, Kaysen Staggs, Jabryce Taylor is the running back, and the quarterback once again is Mitchell Gibbons. First down, 10 yards to go. The ball is at the 22-yard line. Wildcats still playing without Kendall Jackson in this ball game. Wildcats 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Mitchell, senior quarterback, 4-man front for Farragut. First and 10, Oak Ridge. Mitchell passes out of the backfield, swings it out to Jabryce, who tries to get up the field, and he's tackled at the 23-yard line. He's going to lose about 2 yards. Jabryce Taylor was the receiver. He did make the catch, but he was dropped almost like around the helmet area, and they'll lose yardage on the play.
That was a good play by the linebacker there, Trey Nesbitt for Farragut. He busted from the inside and had a great pursuit and made a great tackle to force Oak Ridge into a 2nd and 12.
Ball is back officially at the 22-yard line. 2nd down, 12, as Spencer said. Receivers left and right for the Wildcats. Oak Ridge moving right to left here in the 3rd period, down 28-18. Wildcats, Mitchell with Cole Adams in motion. Hands it to Cole. Cole tries to get wide, tries to turn the corner, and he's going to move the ball to the 30, up to the 32-yard line, and that'll be short of a first down, but Cole Adams on the carry. It'll bring up 3rd down for the Wildcats.
Yeah, it was a good carry to get them in a manageable 3rd down situation, make it 3rd and 2. He did a good, hard physical run, and the Oak Ridge's offensive line did a good job of springing him to the outside.
Ball's across the 30-yard line up to the 31. It's 3rd down. We'll call it 3 for the Wildcats. Jalen Hayward, Jonathan Stewart split out here to the left side. The Wildcats have Cole Adams as well to the left of the quarterback. Single man to the right. Jabryce Taylor, the running back. Mitchell Gibbons, a quarterback. 3rd down, 3 yards to go. Low snap. Mitchell, quick pass. First down across the 35 and out of bounds at around the 40. Another 10-back of Oak Ridge first down. It's like running the ball as Hayward makes the reception, 1st and 10.
Yeah, it was a great play. Brendan Hayward drove the corner hard. They're playing another soft coverage there, and a great throw by Mitchell Gibbons to put the ball right on the money.
First down, 10 yards to go. The Wildcats down 10, 28-18, 6:45 to play. Fast-moving 3rd period here. The Wildcats down 10 in this one here at Farragut. The Wildcats have not won here, I believe, since 2004, so it'd be nice to get off the schneid, get a victory here. The Wildcats down 10. Mitchell's going to quickly throw it down the way. Pass is going to be intercepted. If he's in bounds, they're going to say he was in bounds. It is an interception at the 36-yard line, down the Oak Ridge sideline. Good coverage by the defensive back, and there's a flag back in the backfield, though. We'll check the call here. Let's see what they're going to say. Could have been roughing on the quarterback. It's definitely an interception up the field. We'll have to check what the official says. He's going to come over to tell us. It is going to be holding, roughing the passer, so it's personal foul. So that wipes out the interception, so the Wildcats maintain possession.
Yes, we got fortunate right there. Their corner right there bailed out. We had a fade route on the sideline, and underneath pressure, we kind of just maybe threw it up a little bit, but a late hit really helps Oak Ridge out in this situation.
So they'll step off the personal foul yardage, and the Wildcats will have a first down. It'll be across midfield.
It looks like right there on that play, number 13, Brendan Hayward, is still sitting down on the sideline with a bummed ankle. He kind of got up and kind of hobbled a little bit and hopped down. Hopefully he can bounce back from it.
Brian Leffler, the trainer, looking at him. The Wildcats have it 1st and 10 at the Farragut 44-yard line. Jabryce Taylor, Wildcats, he's the running back. The Wildcats once again receivers left and right. 6:38 to play, 3rd quarter, 28-18 Farragut. Mitchell Gibbons looks over to Brian Wyatt, the offensive coordinator. He tells Jabryce the play. Jonathan Stewart kind of signals towards his quarterback. 1st and 10. Ball at the 44-yard line. In motion goes Preston Turner. The Wildcats hand it off. Jabryce tries to break a tackle, lost a yard. Not a whole lot of yardage on the left side there. Wildcats lose a yard. It'll be 2nd down, 11.
Yeah, not much running room right there. Farragut's defensive line did a great job of stopping up in the middle, making them bounce it, and the outside linebacker came up and made a great play.
Haven't run the slant in a while here. The Wildcats had great success with that play in the Hardin Valley ball game. Preston Turner had most success there. The Wildcats have receivers left and right. 2nd down, 11 yards to go. The ball's at the Farragut 45-yard line. Mitchell Gibbons, 2 receivers to his left, 2 to the right. Mitchell has all day. Fires a pass, deflected and incomplete. Batted down at the line of scrimmage. I think if the Admirals had known the ball was just floating in the air like that, they might have picked that one off. It's going to be 3rd and 11.
Yeah, Farragut came out with a too-high safety look. The linebackers just dropped in zone right underneath the inside slant, got a hand on it, and there for a second it looked like Farragut might have a chance to pick it off, but it fell to the ground.
So the Wildcats need to pick up a 3rd and long here. 5:54 to play in the third period, 28-18. Cole Adams, Jonathan Stewart drift off to the left. Wildcats have Jalen Hayward and one other receiver, I believe Matthew Swigert, to the right. Wildcats, 3rd down, 11 yards to go. You can feel the whole press box vibrating here. High snap for Mitchell. Rolls, looks, fires across the way. Jonathan Stewart, 1st and 10, Oak Ridge and more. Across the 20-yard line, down he goes to the 19. Beautiful pattern by Jonathan Stewart and a great throw by Mitchell Gibbons.
Yes, the offensive line gave him plenty of time to get the ball off, and he ran a great little dig route about 15 yards in as the inside slot receiver kind of ran a post, and it just opened up beautifully in the middle of that zone coverage.
Ball's at the 19-yard line. It'll be 1st down, 10 yards to go. 10 bank of Oak Ridge. 1st down as the Wildcats come to the line once again. Wildcats 1st and 10 right at the 19-yard line. Wildcats, once again, Mitchell with 2 receivers left and right. Jayden Hayward still not in the ball game. 9 seconds on the play clock here. Mitchell will roll and drop. He's going to lose yardage back here at the 25-yard line. Looked like he wanted to pitch it, but he had no place to go.
Yeah, they were trying to run a weak side option there, and Farragut did a great job of being disciplined. You had your DN on the quarterback, your linebacker was up on the running back, and there's not much to do with it right there in that situation.
Loss of about 6 on the play. 2nd down, 16 yards to go. 4:55 to play in the third quarter. 28-18 Farragut. Wildcats need to get on the board here. Oak Ridge, Mitchell Gibbons once again looks over to the sideline. 12 seconds on the play clock. 2nd down long. Rolls to his right. Backside pressure. It's going to be sacked. Fires a pass. It's incomplete. He had to feel the pressure coming from the backside. Mitchell a little slow getting up. It's going to be 3rd and long.
Yeah, it's kind of what Oak Ridge has had success at doing, is bringing that backside safety on some late backside pressure. And, he felt it just at the right time and was lucky to get the ball off.
3rd down, we'll call it 16 yards to go. 4:37 to play, third quarter. Wildcats have been inside the 10 and didn't score once. It's 4-down territory, I think. The Wildcats down 10.
Yeah, it's right here. You're kind of looking to maybe get half of that back and get yourself into a manageable 4th down situation.
Single coverage on Jonathan Stewart here to the left side. Mitchell glares over to that direction. Mitchell Gibbons, 3rd down, 15, maybe 16 yards to go. Straight drop. Now we'll run. Plenty of running room. That's a 1st down. He might have a touchdown. Mitchell Gibbons into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Mitchell Gibbons, great decision. Ran the ball in. Touchdown, Wildcats.
They did a great job there. Receivers ran off the linebackers and the safeties, and he saw everybody had their back turned, and I don't think anybody saw him until he was 15 yards down the field.
And the Wildcats are on the board with 4:28 to play here in the third quarter, and the Wildcats will come out on the field once again. The Wildcats have struggled with extra points. Looks like Camden Malcody is going to take over the duties of place kicking here. Cam, of course, has really had a lot of action since his sophomore year, and Cam's going to go for the extra point. The Wildcats need it. It's a 4-point game right now, 28-24. Hayden Tarwater to hold, good snap. Kick is on its way by Camden. It's up, and it's good. Cam splits the uprights. The Wildcats trail by a score of 28-25, 4:28 to play. We'll take a break. We'll send it back to Brian. We'll be back with a Wildcat kickoff in 60 seconds. So the Wildcats right back in here, but they got to get stops on defense here. The Wildcats are about to kick off once again. Tyler Dunham has done all the place kicking duties in terms of kickoffs here. He's popped them all up here. Let's see what he does this time. This one's going to be a little shorter. It's going to be a fair catch made at the 32-yard line, and that is where Farragut will take over. 1st down, 10 yards to go. 4:28 to play. The Wildcats did what they had to do. Spencer Goldmeyer, they got the touchdown. Big play by Mitchell Gibbons. And here come the Admirals on the field once again. 4:28 to play. The Wildcats looking at Dawson Moore at quarterback. 5'11", 175-pound junior. Eli Purcell, 6'2", 230-pound running back there with him. 2 receivers. The Wildcats showing blitz. Hand off to the running back, and he is met, but not before he picks up about 3 yards. As I mentioned, he's 230 pounds. He is quite a load. That time the stop is made by Brian Kelly right in the middle, along with Boone and Morgan. those guys. Looks like Brian's going to have to come out of the ball game. The Wildcats are going to substitute into the ball game. Can't quite see the number. Looks like Steed is going to come. Blake Steed's going to come in at the linebacker position. Ball's at the 35-yard line. Farragut, second down, 7 yards to go. 4:11 to play, third quarter, 28-25. Farragut in the lead. Wildcats trying to beat the Admirals for the second consecutive year. Handoff to the back, and he gets through the first wave, and I think he's going to be about a half a yard short, depending on the spot. He got a good one.
Very good spot.
And they're going to put it down. It's still going to be shy by about maybe a half a yard. Third down, well, they're going to call it first down. They moved those chains. They moved those chains before it was first down. He didn't really get to the point where it was, but they were going to call it first down.
Yeah, that was very quick to move that, move the sticks. I mean, you could clearly see he was a half yard short of the first down marker.
Farragut first and 10. More to pass. Swings it out of the backfield. Elam's got him. Try to drive him out of bounds, and he does right at the 49-yard line. That's a tough cover right there, I think, for Jayden Elam. And it's a gain of 9. They're removing the chains again. It's a gain of 9. And they were going to move the chains again.
Yeah, it looks like they were trying to move him, and they stopped him just short of them getting the chain set for the first down. And that, as you said, that's a tough coverage for number 7 for Oak Ridge on number 20 for Farragut, who's had a great night so far tonight.
Ricky Jones listening to us in Nashville tonight. It'll be second down, a yard to go. Ball close to midfield. The quarterback running. There was holding. Quarterback is going to be sacked anyway. Jackson Adams was held as the Wildcats defended that really, really well. Went to the short side of the field, and Jackson, it was plain as day, right where we're sitting. Of course, I'm sitting at the 45. You're sitting at the 44. Mike is sitting at the 40, the 39, the 38, and the 37.
Right there, Wilson Ventura, he had a hold on him right there on our defensive end. And, that's the second or third time they've done that tonight, and it's finally the first time they've actually called that.
Mike, how many years have I been doing that joke?
About 10 at least. The answer's 2 minutes.
As the penalty yardage is stepped back to the 37-yard line. Now let's see, Spencer, if the Wildcats can take advantage of their mistake here.
Yeah, hopefully right here Oak Ridge can get them in a third and long and put them in a situation where we can get the ball back with some decent field yardage.
Wildcats showing blitz again with Swigert. He's going to go down the way. Pass is incomplete. Just kind of slipped as he went for it. The pass was not great, but it's incomplete. So it's going to be third down, 13 yards to go, and one of the Wildcats is down in the backfield, and they're going to have to attend to him. We've got an injury timeout, and this injury timeout is brought to you by the Oak Ridge Pharmacy in downtown Oak Ridge. 3:20 to play third quarter. Farragut leads 28-25, back to Farragut in 60 seconds. Welcome back once again to Farragut. The Wildcats down 28-25, 3:20 to play. Looks like a cramp. Looks like Brian's trying to stretch him out there. I guess that's Matthew Swigert. That's kind of a loss right there. Matthew's one of our starting corners for the team, but looks like he's going to be okay. He's kind of favoring that right leg. You've had cramps before. They're not pleasant.
There's nothing worse than when your calf just balls up. It's a very sharp pain, and the only thing about it is once you start getting cramps in the middle of the game, it's hard to get rid of them.
Wildcats have had their most trouble defensively on third and long, third and anything in this ball game. The Wildcats watch Farragut come to the line. Third down, 14. They need to get to the Oak Ridge 49 for a first down. The Wildcats are down 3 here. Dawson Moore, third down, 14. Pressured from the backside, goes across the way, pass is caught. Once again, first down coverage that time by the sophomore, Jayden Williams, but not before he picks up a first down. Just a pretty play.
Yeah, it's a great play, and once again, it's number 20 for Farragut, who's had just a huge night for them, and another play right across the middle.
Mark, how many yards receiving does Matt White have? He's going to tell me in just a second. First and 10, Farragut, handoff to the running back. Trying to get outside, does, and into the secondary, and has a first down. Tackled finally at the 23-yard line, so they're mixing it up. The passing has got them the first downs. The running just keeps the clock moving here. 2:54 to play.
Here right there, Turner did a great job of saving a touchdown right there. He came through his receiver to make that leg-saving tackle. If not, that'd been another 6 for the Farragut Admirals.
Mark says over 150 yards for the receiver. Dawson Moore to pass in the end zone. There's the man, passes there, touchdown Farragut. The Admirals make the reception. Wildcats, sophomore safety, really struggling to guard, and they've got another touchdown on the board.
Yeah, once again, he just beat him with speed right there. And, the DB turned his head way too soon. And I wouldn't say gave up on the play, but just turned his head, and that caused, gave enough room for the receiver to extend another 2 or 3 yards of separation, and just another great throw by the quarterback for the Farragut Admirals.
Back to a 9-point game. They'll go for the extra point here. 2:37 to play third quarter, 34-25. The Wildcats trail. Here's the kick. It's up, and the kick is good. Back to a 10-point Farragut lead. Can't match scores with them because we're down 10. 35-25 our score. Back with a Farragut kickoff in 60 seconds. Thanks a lot. We are back here at Farragut. Matching scores here. The Wildcats down 10 now. 35-25. The Wildcats getting set for another return here. 2:37 to play third quarter. Here's the kick. It's good. It's going to angle to the 1-yard line. Jalen Hayward to the 5, to the 10, 15, 20, 25, to the 30-yard line. Cuts to the outside. Needs some blockers. He's at the 35, at the 40, at the 45, to the 50. Stumbles, but not before he goes all the way up to the 42-yard line of Farragut. Exactly what the Wildcats needed, a big return by the senior Jalen Hayward.
That was huge for Oak Ridge right there. Get us in great field position inside of the 50-yard line, and hopefully Oak Ridge's offense can take advantage of this field position.
Wildcat offense is on the field. Mitchell Gibbons at quarterback. The Wildcats, looks like basically the same starting lineup in the ball game for the Wildcats with Hewitt, Hill, Lucas, West, and Staggs on the line. Wildcats will have Jonathan Stewart. Is number 13 back in the ball game yet? Spencer says no. First down, 10 yards to go at the Farragut 42. 2:25 to play third quarter. The Wildcats down 10. Mitchell Gibbons facing a 4-man front. It's going to try to pull the ball back out and get sacked. And then there's a flag. We might have a face mask, Spencer Goldmeyer.
Yeah, it looks like right there we're going to get an incidental face mask on number 27 for Farragut. Looks like he grabbed the quarterback's face mask as he was going down.
And they're talking about it. Mitchell Gibbons tried to put it in the running back's gut, Jabrise Taylor, but then as the official's going to come over to tell us, it is going to be what? He's just looking at us and staring at us, and
it looks like it had to be they waved it off. It looked like maybe they were discussing, whether or not he did grab his face mask. For a second, I thought they might have called a holding call, and Farragut was going to decline it, but they just picked it up and waved it off.
So it's a loss of 7 on the play. Second down and 17 yards to go. So the Wildcats have to erase a negative play. They've had a couple first down plays that have not gone their way. The Wildcats have been able to overcome it. We're down to 8 seconds on the play clock. Second down, 17 yards to go. Mitchell rolls to his right, fires a pass complete. Might have gotten the sack yardage back up to the 42-yard line. That's Preston Turner. It's going to be third down and about 11, maybe 12 yards to go for a first.
Yeah, Farragut came out right there and cover 2, really pressed the outside receivers and got hands on them that time. And, Oak Ridge gets a little bit of the yardage back, but still puts us in a 3rd and long.
Down to a minute 33 to play third quarter. Farragut leads 35-25. 20 seconds on the play clock. Minute 27 on the game clock. Third period. 2 receivers for the Wildcats to the right, 2 to the left once again. Up to the line will come Oak Ridge. Mitchell Gibbons, quarterback. Third down, 12 yards to go. Down to 3 seconds on the play clock. Back to pass. Crossed away. Jonathan Stewart. That's another 10 Bank of Oak Ridge first down. Another great completion. Jonathan Stewart, a nice catch. Spot's not perfect, but it is enough for a first down.
It's the exact same play Oak Ridge ran on the previous possession the exact same side. And the outside receiver just ran a nice little dig and in soft zone coverage, and that's how you beat cover 2 is across the middle. The linebacker wasn't able to get deep enough and to get in that window, and Oak Ridge had a nice throw by Mitchell Gibbons.
3 receivers to the right, 1st and 10. The ball's at the 31-yard line of Farragut. The Wildcats down 10, 46 seconds to play. Mitchell hands it to Jabrise Taylor. Jabrise outside to the 30, still on his way to the sideline and goes out of bounds. Stops the clock at the 27-yard line. Clock should have stopped. It now finally does. The electric clock operator has been a little slow with that right finger or right thumb stopping the clock. Down to 35 seconds to play third quarter. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, that was a great job right there by the receiver to spring him loose. Looked like he's going to get tackled either at the line of scrimmage or for a loss, and makes a great block to spring him for a 4-yard gain.
Ball's at the Farragut 27-yard line. Jonathan Stewart split out here to the left once again. Wildcats 2nd down and 7 yards to go. As I mentioned, 35 seconds to play third quarter. The Wildcats down 10. Mitchell has time, fires a pass, incomplete. Skipped it up there. One of the few not so good passes by Mitchell Gibbons. I'm going to ask Mark Hayes how many yards passing that Mitchell has to this point. Got to be a ton. 211 yards passing. So he's had a really, really good night here. But a lot of it's come when they've needed a big plays. 3rd down and long. First down plays have not been really good for the Wildcats.
Yeah, hopefully right here Farragut will come out and play that soft cover 4 look. They've been kind of switching it back from cover 2 to cover 4, and right here if they sit back and play in a soft zone, we could probably get the same play we just ran with a little 5-6 yard hitch on the outside.
3rd down, 7 yards to go. The ball is at the 27-yard line. 4 seconds on the play clock. Mitchell, quick pass. It's caught for another 10 back of Oak Ridge first down at the 18-yard line with exactly 24 seconds to play. The one official says it is complete. It is complete to Wildcats' Jayden Williams, and that could have been the final play of the third quarter. It is a 10 Bank of Oak Ridge first down. The Wildcats, when they need it, they've been able to get those third down conversions.
Yeah, once again, Farragut came out and played that soft cover 4 defense. The corner was straight bailing on it. A linebacker did not have enough time to get underneath, and a great pass and a great catch.
Wildcats are going to hand it off to the back, and he's going to be hit at the 20 and dropped, and that is the final play of the third quarter. Wildcats trail it by a score of 35-25. We'll be back with the 4th and final quarter following this 2-minute timeout. 2nd down, we'll call it 12 yards to go. The ball's at the 20-yard line. Opening play of the 4th period here. Thursday night action. Next Thursday we'll be at West, another televised ball game. Mitchell back to pass. Lots of trouble. Fires the pass. It's incomplete. Heavy pressure that time on Mitchell Gibbons. Pass was intended, I believe, to Jayden Williams. It'll be 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
Yeah, it looks like they came out there and gave it Oak Ridge a little different look. It looks like they were playing man-free and had single coverage down here on the backside, try to get a quick slant in underneath that. But Farragut did a great job of getting pressure on the quarterback and not giving them time to make that read.
Jalen Hayward's in the ball game. Brandon still has yet to come back in the ball game. Jayden Williams as a receiver to the right. Jonathan Stewart far to the left. Single coverage on him. Preston Turner in the slot to the left side of the quarterback. 3rd down, 12 yards to go. Mitchell Gibbons from the 20-yard line. Back to pass. Floats it. Passes there. Passes dropped. That would have been a first down right at the 11-yard line. Preston Turner, I believe, the intended receiver.
Yeah, right there, they were bringing pressure. You could see it coming and right off the left edge, right where the quarterback threw. It was a great throw, just a little outside the reach of Preston Turner. He got one hand in. I thought he was going to bring it in, but now it's going to be 4th down and 11. Wildcats
have gone for it on 4th down, failed the previous time. That was inside the 15-yard line. This one's at the 20. It's 4th and very long. 4th down, 12. Wildcats down 10. 11:49 to play in the ball game, and Mitchell Gibbons and the Wildcats need a big play. Let's see if he just tucks it and runs it. If he can't find any place to go with the pass in the end zone, Mitchell's going to go back to pass, fires it, end zone, incomplete. Lots of heavy pressure, but the Wildcats will turn it over on downs. Lots of pressure by the Farragut Admirals, and Farragut takes over. And now it's up to the Oak Ridge defense, which has not been able to stop Farragut yet in this ball game.
Yeah, hopefully Oak Ridge can get their first stop here, but right there, Farragut did a good job. They brought extra pressure with one man off the left side, dropped zone with their 2 remaining linebackers underneath, and kind of overshadowed the receivers back on the backside of the defense. And the pressure got to the quarterback, and once again, the throw is just a tick off due to pressure.
Yeah, the Wildcats have had trouble on first down. That's been one of their biggest problems in this ball game. And they've been behind the sticks most of the night. 1st and 10 Farragut. The ball's at the 20. Hand off to the back, and he runs across the 20 to the 25 and is driven out of bounds by Oak Ridge. The Push is made, I believe, out there by Morgan,
Sam Moses.
and it'll be Moses on the carry. Pushed out of bounds, I think, at the 26-yard line.
Morgan.
It's a gain of 6. Second down, 4 yards to go. Was Morgan on the stop? 11:37 to play in the ball game. The Wildcats are down 10 here, 35-25. The ball is at the 26. Farragut's done a really good job controlling the ball, and they've kept the ball. They've been able to move the ball. They haven't turned the ball over. As Dawson Moore brings him up once again, he's going to hand it to the back, and he's going to be hit this time. No place to go. The Wildcats do a really, really good job. Brian Kelly was there, and one other Wildcats. Third down and about 4.
Yeah, Oak Ridge did a good job, brought a little pressure off the left side and kind of forced the running back to pause in it and try to kick it out. But you had 2 guys on him right there for no gain.
So Farragut's got us right where they want us. Third down and about 4 yards. They have done their best work on third down.
Yeah, third down, they've really killed us. We've done a great job on the first 2 downs, but it seems like third down, they always seem to find a way to get that first down.
Don't jump off sides. Wildcats have done that too. Moore's going to pass. Fires a pass. Did he make the catch? I think he did. What a great reception out there by Alex Taylor, 6'3", 180-pounder. They have made some great plays tonight.
Yeah, they did a good job there of clearing it out with the inside receiver, and the next receiver did a little flat, and that's kind of what Oak Ridge has had success on. They ran a little dig with the outside receiver and made a good throw, good catch.
35-25 the score. The Wildcats down 10. It's another first down for Farragut. Ball is at the 33-yard line. The Wildcats of Oak Ridge down 10 here. Got to get things rolling as the Admirals continue to get first down after first down. First and 10. Wildcats showing a little blitz there as the handoff goes to the running back, and he moves the ball for a gain of about 3. Tackled at the 40-yard line. Hit first, I believe, by Jacob Burvin. Tackled officially at the 41-yard line. Gain of 3. It's actually gain of 4. Second down, 6 yards to go.
Yeah, right there they came out with a tight trips left and had basically a wing back there as a lead blocker, and I believe about every time they ran the personnel set, they seemed to run just a little zone to the left side, to the trip side in the boundary, and got a 4 yards on the first down.
Wildcats creep up to the line of scrimmage. Second down, 4 yards to go. He's going to pass again. Pass is batted away at the line of scrimmage. Might have been Nick Dallas. Might have gotten his hand on it, I believe. That stops the clock. It's 3rd and 6. 9:46 to play in the ball game. 35-25 Farragut. Wildcats won last year's game at Blankenship Field, 21-14. Good student section for Farragut down here below us. That's the Farragut band as well, making a lot of noise. Not as big a crowd as we normally used to see at Oak Ridge and Farragut. The virus had a little bit to do with that. TV and a Thursday night. Probably had the rest of it taken care of there. Big play in the ball game. The Wildcats need a stop right here. Third down, 6 yards to go. They creep everybody up to the line of scrimmage. Dawson Moore back to pass. Flat pass, incomplete. One of the few times in the ball game they haven't been able to make the connection. Matthew Swigert defending his 4th down, and the Wildcats get the stop they needed.
Yeah, they ran another one of them 15 yards out, and Oak Ridge did a great job in coverage by number 15, Matthew Swigert. And, you know, the only place he could have thrown the ball was right where he did, but it was just outside. It was just great coverage by Oak Ridge's cornerback.
35-25 Farragut, 9:42 to play in the ball game. Still a lot of time here. The Wildcats have just got to score. When they get their hands on the ball, they're down 2 scores here. Farragut to punt. Don't want to jump off sides again. The Wildcats have done that. They're going to punt it. Here it is. Wobbly in-over-in kick. It's going to take a great Farragut bounce. It's going to roll to the 5, down to the 3-yard line. Actually officially out at the 6-yard line. What a punt. It wasn't great in terms of height, but it hit the ground, and it just went end over end and went out the 6-yard line.
Yeah, just like one of them little rugby kicks that goes end over end and gets that forward hop. You know, didn't really give Oak Ridge's return man enough time to come up and field that. But you know, great kick and pins Oak Ridge inside the 10-yard line and force him to make a long drive here late in the 4th quarter.
Timeout is asked for. 9:31 to play. We'll take a break. We'll send it back to Brian Bennett. The Wildcats down 35-25. Back to Farragut following this 90-second timeout. So both teams are back out on the field. The Wildcats, Mitchell's gone all the way at quarterback. Done a good job. Mitchell's had a really good night, I think, tonight. Wildcats, you scored 25 points in a ball game. You feel like you're in pretty good shape, but when your defense is giving up 35, you know, it's not much you can do. The Wildcats are going to split out Matthew Swigert here to the right side as a receiver. The Wildcats are going to have a slot to the right. That's Jalen Hayward. The slot to the left is Preston Turner, and then there's Jonathan Stewart split out to the left. Wildcats with a man in motion. Mitchell's going to pass. Quick pass is going to be caught. Needs a block. Trying to get up the field. Not much there. Back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard. Jonathan Stewart makes the catch. It's going to be a yard game. Wildcats have not done well on first downs tonight.
No, first down, they've really struggled on first down, giving themselves a lot of second and longs.
This one's second down, 9 yards to go. The Wildcats receivers left and right once again. The ball is at the 7-yard line of the Wildcats. Gibbons, second down, 9 yards to go. Quick pass this time. That's a completion, and that is a first down. A 10-back of Oak Ridge on the slant to Preston Turner. First and 10 Wildcats.
Yeah, maybe Oak Ridge can take advantage of this. You know, Farragut's got a lead here in the fourth quarter. Maybe they're going to start playing a little bit of more of a soft defense, trying to keep everything in front of them and maybe bust an early slant or backside post.
Ball's at the 17-yard line. Mitchell's going to pass again. Pumps, goes deep, down the way, incomplete. A little shove there at the end by our receiver. Wouldn't have mattered anyway. It's overthrown, incomplete. Good coverage to Jonathan Stewart, the intended receiver. It's second and 10 facing Oak Ridge. 8:43 to play in the ballgame. The Wildcats are down 10, 35-25. And what is a beautiful night here at Farragut. It's cooled off a little bit. Boy, it was hot. I think you told me it was actually hotter in the press box than it was down on the field.
At least down on the field, you got a little bit of a breeze. Up here in the press box, it was pretty brutal before the game.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Here comes Oak Ridge up to the line once again. Receivers left and right. Mitchell back to pass. Little quick pass is incomplete. Some miscommunication there. I think it was intended for Preston Turner. Might have delivered the pass earlier than he wanted to. It's third and 10 again. The Wildcats have been behind it just about all night long.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a lot of second and third and longs. Oak Ridge has been able to complete a few of those, and hopefully right here we can get something for a first down.
8 minutes, 39 seconds to play in the ball game. 10-point game, 35-25 the score. Need to get up to the 28-yard line for a first. Mitchell has time this time, goes down the way to Hayward, incomplete. Triple coverage right there. Jalen Hayward was sprinting down the right hash there, but there was just too many blue shirts around him. It's fourth down. The Wildcats will be forced to punt from around their own goal line.
Yeah, Farragut did a good job right there on the defensive side of the ball. They rolled in from a cover or too high safety look. They rolled a safety down into the box, had everything underneath, and had a safety over the top.
Wildcats have Jacob Irvin and Preston Turner in the ball game to punt. One of them will punt. I'm guessing Jacob here. Fourth down, 10. They're going to punt it. It's a good end-over-end kick. It's going to be fielded by the Admirals around midfield. It comes back to his right and then goes down at the 45-yard line. Good punt by Jacob Irvin. It'll be first and 10 Farragut, and as the Wildcats once again will need a stop on defense, need a turnover here. You don't want Farragut just to control the clock and get down the field and score, or just take 8 minutes off the clock here. The Wildcats down 2 scores here, 35-25.
Yeah, look for Farragut to come out right here and run the ball. If not run the ball, look for a short little 5-yard out. That's what they've been doing a lot of times on first down. And right here, we need to keep this in front of us for a minimal gain or no gain.
Like I said, a turnover would be nice here too. 8:23 to play in the game. First down, 10 yards to go at the Farragut 45-yard line. It's Purcell in the backfield for them. He's the 230-pound running back. And he's going to get the handoff, and he's going to get good yardage, lowers his shoulder, and he's dragging a Wildcat down to the 40-yard line. And that is Cole Adams, who eventually makes the tackle. He's a load, 230 pounds.
Yeah, he's a big running back, and they had a nice little seal job by the inside running back who was up on a wing position. And like I said earlier, Dave, I mean, every time they come up in that trips formation with a wing back, they like to run a zone to that side.
Wildcats have Jackson Adams, defensive end, along with looks like Kai Hurst. The Wildcats have Morgan and Boone on the line. The linebackers are Kelly, along with looks like Bourbon still in the ball game. Cole Adams, Elam in the ball game. Swigert as well, and Preston Turner. And off to the running back. This time, not much, but he's so strong, he's able to get 2 or 3 before he's pushed back at around the 39-yard line. 7:35 to play in the ball game. The Wildcats down 10, 35-25. Wildcats, Jackson Adams, they're on the stop, along with Jayden Williams.
Yeah, they made a great stop. It looked like in the backfield, but as you said, and he's so powerful. He powered his way for a 2-yard gain, but still, Oak Ridge has got him in 2nd and long.
Ball's at the Wildcat 39-yard line. 35-25 the score, 7:10 to play. Farragut content to take all the play clock off. His coach, Eddie Courtney, is watching the play clock very intently. And they'll start the play right as it gets down to about 3 seconds. We're down to 3 now. 2, 1, 0. That's a delay of game. He took it way down that time. And you got the play clock there. I could see it. I guess Dawson Moore didn't look at it, and that's a 5-yard step off. 6:51 to play in the football game. The Wildcats down 35-25. Oak Ridge and West next Thursday, 7 o'clock game from West High School. That's a regional ball game. This one isn't, but it's a pride ball game for sure.
It's definitely a pride ball game. You want to win every one of them, but, those ball games that mean a little extra when you have rivalries.
We'll call it 2nd down, and now 13 yards to go. They hand it to back. Boom! He is hit behind the line of scrimmage. The Wildcats meet him strong with Jackson Adams and Trey Rowe just to make sure. It's a loss in the play. It's 3rd down and long. 6:37 to play. Farragut leading by 10. The Wildcats down 2 scores here. Play the ball game right here. I've said it several times, but they've got to get the stop right here. Might be 4-down territory for them too.
This is a huge moment for Oak Ridge's defense to get a stop. I mean, I believe if they do get a stop, Farragut being up 2 scores, they're going to punt the ball away, and you have to get this one and get out on the 3rd and 15.
Up to the line they'll come once again. The Wildcats overload the right side. Here comes pressure. Here comes Cole Adams. Passes down the way. Incomplete. 4th down. 4th down facing Farragut, and the punt team will come onto the field here. 6:02 to play. It's 4th and 16. Field position, Wildcats won't have it, barring just a fantastic return by Jayden Williams here. The sophomore will stand back at around the 10-yard line. And what do they teach you back there?
When you're inside the 50, depending on the punter, you put your heels at the 10, and anything over your head, you let go. But with the way this punter's been kicking, you expect this ball to be short and come up on a roll.
Punt formation for the Admirals, 4th and 15. Plenty of time, punts it away. He boots it good this time. It's going to be a fair catch. Signal 4, and once again it's going to roll, and it's going to roll dead at the 6-yard line again. Great punt. Great special teams play by the Farragut Admirals tonight. Wildcats back on offense. 5:50 to play, still down 2. And they got to score quickly here, Spencer Goldmeyer.
Yeah, Oak Ridge's offense got to get something going, as you said, and with some pace. We're down 2 scores with 5 minutes and 50 seconds left, and you're not in great field position by another great punt by Farragut's kicker.
35-25 Farragut, the Wildcats. Well, Kendall Jackson tonight would have helped, I'm sure, on the running game, but the Wildcats, offense really hasn't been the problem. 25 points on the board. They've been able to move the ball. Defense giving up 35 points. That's the big difference in the ball game. Once again, Wildcats in the pass formation across the way. Hayward, incomplete. It went off his fingertips, and then I thought he was going to catch on a great interception, but he just couldn't quite hold it. That guy is 6'3", I believe. He is one big defensive back for them. Really nice play for them. 2nd and 10.
That was a great play. The receiver actually got behind him, and just his length was able to get a hand onto the ball. As you watch the play unfold, you start to stand up out of your chair because you thought he was beat deep.
Kind of eager to find out about Brandon Hayward. Hasn't come back into the ball game. As Oak Ridge quarterback Mitchell Gibbons fires a pass, is going to be caught and pushed out of bounds. Jonathan Stewart, short of a 1st down, but stops the clock at around the 15-yard line. I think officially the 14-yard line. It'll be 3rd down. It looks like 2 yards to go for the Wildcats. 5:37 to play. Wildcats down 10, 35-25. Matthew Swigert had a cramp earlier, and I can still see him limping around a little bit, and he's a receiver split out to the right side. The Wildcats don't have the luxury of putting in Jayden Hayward, who's had a great first half, and that's a big loss right now.
It's huge for Oak Ridge. He was unstoppable in the first half, and being without him in this second half has really shown.
Third down, 2 yards to go for the Wildcats. Mitchell, time, fires, pass, incomplete, in and out of the hands. Would have been a big play. Jonathan Stewart, and it's fourth down. Wildcats went for a big play there. I'm much more conservative, honestly. I know they don't have much time, only 5:31 to play. I think just go ahead and get that first down and then operate and try to get the big play. But, it was a nice pass. Jonathan just couldn't quite hold on to it.
It was, an unbelievable pass. It was a laser between the corner and the safety there. They dropped underneath it, and, he put the ball where you needed to place the ball and is just unable to hold on to it.
Well, here we go. Fourth down, 2. The Wildcats are going for it. Ball's at the 13-yard line. They need a 2 to have any chance to win a ball game. And it's going to be Mitchell Gibbons running it. Mitchell Gibbons is not going to get it. He is going to be dropped at the 14-yard line, and Farragut will take over. So Mitchell just couldn't quite escape the Farragut Admirals. Wildcats gambled there. Not a bad idea to run it, but he just didn't have enough running room. And now the Wildcats can watch Farragut tick the time off and maybe even go in for another score.
Yeah, Farragut did a great job there, staying disciplined and reading their keys. He had a guy on the pitch man, a guy on the quarterback, and they were just able to make the play.
And the Wildcats, once again, back on defense here. The ball is at the 14-yard line. So now, I'm the optimist here. Turnover. Need a turnover. Need to strip the ball somehow. That's bottom line is, obviously, you can't let them score again, for sure. You're already down 2. You only have 5:25 to play. Wildcats need a turnover.
Yeah, they need a turnover bad right here. And as you said, there's not much time left, and a turnover is definitely needed for the Oak Ridge Wildcats.
Handoff goes to the back, and he eludes the first wave of tacklers, cuts back inside, cuts back, fumbles the football. The ball is fallen upon by Farragut, and the clock continues to run. It's going to be a loss of 5. The ball, he put it down on the field there. White did, but they cover it. It's a big, big loss, but there's only 5 minutes to play the ball game. It'll be second down at about 18 yards to go.
Oh, you back called it right there, Dave. He got a little loose with the ball, tried to bring the ball over top of the defender, and Oak Ridge just knocked it out. And Farragut got fortunate when their offensive lineman fell on the ball.
Once again, the Admirals come to the line. Second down, we'll call it a long 17 to go for a first. The ball now at the 20-yard line. 4:39 to play. Clock moving down to 11 seconds on the play clock. They've had one delay call. He's going to let it go all the way down to 6 seconds now. Second down, handoff goes to the back, and he is tackled at the 20-yard line. Up the middle, looks like Kai Hirsch there on the stop. It's going to be third down. When do you start using those timeouts, Spencer?
Yeah, you're in the situation right now where you got to start thinking about using them. Being down 2 scores with just barely 4 minutes to go. You got them third and long, so it's kind of a do you use them now or do you use them later type situation.
Well, you can stop the clock on offense. You can't really stop the clock on defense, so I think you use your timeouts on defense. Just me. The ball's at the 21-yard line, down to 3:52 to play. Third down, 15 yards to go at the 21-yard line. Wildcats trying to stop a big play here. Hand off to the back, and he is going to be tackled and moves the ball to the 15, and it's going to be fourth down. Now the Wildcats need to call that timeout here. 3:33 to play because they can let another 30 seconds tick off the clock here. It's going to be fourth down and a yard to go. The Wildcats still have all 3 of their timeouts. Like I said, you can stop the clock on offense, but you cannot stop the clock on defense. And it's fourth down and 10 here as Farragut has 20 seconds on the play clock, down to 3:12 on the game clock. Fourth down, 11 yards to go, and they'll line it up to go for it. They don't want to jump off sides here. Down to 11 seconds. Let's see if they just take a delay here or call a timeout right as the play clock hits 0. We're down to 2:58 to play, and Farragut will call a timeout just as it ticked down to 0. So as Farragut goes for a looks like a 32-yard field goal right in the center of the field. The kick is on its way. It's up, angling right. It's up, and it is good. Farragut hits the field goal and makes it 38-25. We'll take a quick break. We'll send it back to Brian. We'll be back with an Admiral kickoff in 60 seconds. Here's the kick by Farragut. He boots it well. That's going to be a touchback. The Wildcats will take over at the 20-yard line. The good news is we have better field position. We're not starting this drive at the 6-yard line.
Yeah, the last two possessions we've had at the 6 and 4-yard line, somewhere around there. So, at least we're on the 20. No time was taken off the clock there. Hopefully Oak Ridge can get something going and going quick.
Wildcats on the field. Matthew Swigert still in there, receiver for the Wildcats. The Wildcats have done good work early on, but Jayden Hayward got hurt on the Oak Ridge sideline and didn't return. And he was having a really fine ball game. First down 10, 2:50 to play in the ball game. The Wildcats down 38-25. The Wildcats missed a couple extra points, missed a 2-point conversion try as Mitchell Gibbons brings them up first and 10 at the 20. Quick pass, slant pass, incomplete. Collision there at the 25-yard line. Intended over there to Preston Turner. Second down, 10 yards to go.
Yeah, it looked like Farragut came out there playing a cover 4 right there. And outside linebacker did a good job getting underneath. Safety came down hard over the top and a big collision.
Ball's at the 20-yard line. Oak Ridge moving left to right, wearing their all-white jerseys with Cardinal. Farragut in their all-blues tonight. Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball's at the 20-yard line. Mitchell, straight drop, pressure, dumps the pass, complete. Jalen Hayward moves the ball close to first down. He's denied by a yard. It'll be third down and a yard to go. Got knocked down right at the spot of the ball is at the 30, and they're going to say it's first and 10.
Yeah, it looked like he was a yard short there, Dave, but good. It was a good spot by the line judge over there. Oak Ridge now needs to get on the ball and get going quickly.
Guess Coach Gaddis working the official over there because he was definitely a yard short. 2:26 to play, first down, 10 yards to go. Mitchell across the way, pass, Jalen Hayward complete at the 40. Moves the ball for another first down at the 41-yard line. Jalen Hayward making good work here the last two catches. 2:16 to play, first and 10 Wildcats. 10 back of Oak Ridge, first down.
Yeah, Farragut came right there, brought a little pressure up the middle, and left the middle of the field vacant, and made a great throw under pressure, great catch. And Oak Ridge now needs to get on the ball and get moving.
2 minutes to play here. Wildcats just can't keep dinking it up and down the field. They've got to get a big play. Mitchell fires it deep this time. Pass is caught. Nice play. Inside Admiral territory. Out of bounds at the Farragut 44-yard line. Preston Turner on the catch. Stops the clock with 1:55 to play in the ballgame. 38-25 the score. The Wildcats down here at Farragut as Oak Ridge comes to the line once again. They need a quick strike right here.
Yes, they do, Dave. And, looks like they're coming out with a one high safety with a possibly playing cover 3 here. They're going to get a bunch of guys underneath the ball here, and hopefully they can attack the outside of the field.
First down 10 in Farragut territory, as I mentioned, at the 44. Mitchell back to pass. Fires a pass, incomplete. Skipped it up there. Matthew Swigert was open up here. I don't think anybody was really paying much attention to him. He's kind of limping around a little bit, and they really haven't targeted him but maybe once, maybe.
Yeah, ever since he got his ankle rolled up over on the defensive side of the ball, he's kind of been limping around, and Farragut really hasn't been paying much attention to him. 1:50
to play now. It is second down, 10 yards to go. Jabryce Taylor is the running back, his second start at running back tonight. Wildcats 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left once again. Second and 10. Mitchell Gibbons, really good night passing. It's a low snap. Pass is caught, and then out of bounds goes Oak Ridge at the 39-yard line. 1:44 to play. Jonathan Stewart. How many yards passing now does Mitchell Gibbons have? He's getting close to 300. He's got to be getting close to 276 before that 5-yard reception, so he's up at 281. That's quick math there. Are you impressed?
For you, Dave, I am. I'm pretty impressed by that.
Ball's at the 39-yard line, 1:44 to play. Second down, third down, 5 yards to go. The ball at the Farragut 39-yard line. Receivers left and right. Wildcats, one lone running back. Farragut student section making noise. Mitchell passes across the way. Oh, incomplete. And here we go. It's down to fourth down and 5. A little bit high. A lot of pressure that time. 4th and 5.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing it was high because they had a linebacker directly underneath that, and if that ball wasn't sailed, a foot or two higher, that ball could have potentially been picked off.
I'm looking. Let's see if they're not going to give a slant because the linebackers are 2 down low here. 4th down, 5 yards to go. The ball game on the line right here. 1:40 to play in it. 38-25, the Wildcats are down. Mitchell Gibbons with receivers left and right. He needs 5 yards to keep the drive alive and any hopes of winning this game. Quick pass, batted down at the line of scrimmage, and that will do it. Farragut will take over on downs as the Wildcat offense moved the ball across midfield, just couldn't sustain the drive. It's hard to drive in high school football, and Farragut did a really good job. Farragut's done a great job all night long.
Yeah, they've done a good job, especially in the second half. Oak Ridge has moved the ball in the second half, but once they got inside the 40, inside the 30-yard line of the Farragut Admirals, their defense has really clinched down and played some tough defense. They've let them dink and dunk, but they're not giving up the big play.
Farragut's going to come to the line here. We'll have Coach Joe Gaddis down on the field on our postgame show. We'll have Mark and Shauna's statistics. Mike Sheehan will be up here with Spencer as well. Farragut can just take the victory formation. The Wildcats still have their 3 timeouts. A fumble would be nice. The running back's going to get it outside, and I hope he goes out of bounds. He's not. He is going to go out of bounds, so that helps. Stops the clock with 1:28 to play, but not before he moves the ball to the 47-yard line. Wildcat defense has got to be tough. The starters have gone all the way here tonight.
Oh, yeah, they got to be worn out. It's been a tough fought ball game, and right there you can see Farragut's coach telling their running back, get down on the ground.
Once again, Farragut has it first down, 10 yards to go in Oak Ridge territory at the 46-yard line. As I mentioned, there's 3 timeouts remaining for Oak Ridge. They helped us right there with a going out of bounds. First down, 10. I'm still the optimist here. We can still get the ball back here, but I don't know. Running back might get a touchdown here. He is in the secondary. He's at the 20, and he moves. He does fumble it, and he picks it up and scores. Sometimes the luck just goes your way. He fumbled the ball at the 5-yard line. It bounced, took a perfect bounce. He fielded it and scored a touchdown. I was hoping it was going to go through the end zone for a touchback, but the luck of the Admirals here, and they've got another touchdown on the board.
Yeah, it's crazy how that unfolded. Preston Turner did a great job of knocking the ball out with a punch, and, the way that ball was rotating, it definitely looked like it had a chance that it could rotate out of bounds, but it really just popped up right into his hands.
So Farragut's going to avenge their loss from a year ago. They've put 44 on the board against the Wildcats. 44-25 is our score. And the ball is down, the kick is up, and it is good. Minute 17 to play. Honestly, I didn't expect this kind of a ball game here tonight, but all the credit in the world will go to the Farragut Admirals. They have just put it to the Wildcats. Their offense looking really, really good. They only scored 1 touchdown against West 2 weeks ago. They've had 2 weeks to prepare for this ball game against Oak Ridge, and as Coach Gaddis always tells me, the team that can run the ball effectively and can stop the run effectively most of the time can win the ball game. The Wildcats have really not had a whole lot of yards on the ground. They've had to depend on their good senior quarterback, but you have to run the ball, and the Wildcats just weren't able to get the long, sustained drives when they needed to pick up first downs. A lot of times Mitchell made some big plays, but sometimes in those 3rd and shorts, they just couldn't get them because they couldn't run the ball.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the biggest differences in the game is Farragut has rushed the ball for nearly 200 yards, where Oak Ridge has failed to crack 100 yards in this game.
So Farragut's going to kick off here, 1:17 to play. And, I'm the optimist, but I think this one's out of reach. I'll admit it this time right now as the Wildcats trail 45-25. Here's the kick. It's going to be angling, and it'll go into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. I don't have James here. I don't have Alex Myers, so I'm going to do the post-game interview with Coach Gaddis down on the field, and I'm going to leave the mics up here with Spencer and Mike. Mike's been waiting to get me away from the mic for so many years so he can get back at me for all the things that I've said about him over the years, and this will be his good chance. And I've said a few things about you over the years.
Hey, this is a good opportunity. I'm gonna nudge Mike a little bit. Give a little bit of back.
Wildcats are gonna get the ball here. The 1:17 to play. And Spencer, if you don't mind here, why don't you tweet out that score here? As the Wildcats first down, 10 yards to go at the 20. 3 timeouts remaining. Miracles could happen. We need one right here. 9286. And here comes the Wildcats running. Jabryce Taylor It moves the ball for a first down and goes out of bounds at the 33-yard line. It's a 10-bank of Oak Ridge first down. 1:08 to play. Wildcats down by 20, 45-25. Last year, Oak Ridge defeated Farragut at Blankenship Field 21-14. 25 points on the board here. Wildcats first down, 10 yards to go. The ball is at the 31-yard line. Down on the field, camera-wise, we have Christian Rosas Rodriguez, along with Matthew Charles and Lee Wexler. Up top, we have Tyler Morris, along with Bryson Brown. Mark and Shauna Hayes doing stats. Mike Sheehan, along with Spencer Goldmeyer here. 1st and 10, Oak Ridge. The Wildcats just going to run it. Jabryce moves the ball for another 10-bank of Oak Ridge first down the sideline. Goes out of bounds at the 48-yard line of the Wildcats. Stops the clock with exactly 1 minute to play in the ballgame. 45-25 the score. Jabryce on back-to-back runs.
It has a nice solid run there. They're sitting back playing a little prevent defense, and down 20 with 1 minute to go. But Oak Ridge is still giving effort, and that's what you need to see out of your team.
Here comes Oak Ridge. First down, 10 yards to go. I've lost my microphone. As the Wildcats come to the line here, 1 minute to play. It'll be Oak Ridge quarterback Mitchell Gibbons from the 48-yard line of Oak Ridge. 3 receivers to the right. Mitchell's going to hand it off to. There's a fumble, and Farragut's got it. Wildcats had a missed handoff. Bryce dropped it in the backfield, and Farragut can just take a knee here. I'm going to let you guys take over here. I'm going to head on down to the field here. We'll get Mike Sheehan in. Wildcats down by 20.
Yeah, Oak Ridge right there, just, a little handoff to the left of a strong side defensive end. Just made a play there at the last second, stuck his head in there, knocked the ball out. It gives Farragut Admirals the ball on their 42-yard line with 54 seconds to play. They'll probably come out in victory formation and take a kneel. Mike's joining us here. What do you think about the ball game and how the Oak Ridge Wildcats have played?
I was disappointed, to be honest with you. But, we've had some injuries that really cost us dearly, and that's no excuse. Farragut just played an outstanding game tonight. Their offense very much impressed me. They've got some very good players on offense.
Yeah, they've done a very good job, and as you said, injuries really have plagued Oak Ridge. Already out with their starting running back, and then Jayden Hayward, who was having a solid game in the first half with over 100 receiving yards, goes down early in the second half with it looked like to be a rolled-up ankle, and that just really, really hurt Oak Ridge because he was a spark on Oak Ridge's offense that they needed.
Absolutely. When you lose a player of that caliber, it really hurts you. We just couldn't get it done tonight. I really hate that for the Wildcats.
Farragut takes a kneel with 20 seconds to go, and that will be the ball game. Oak Ridge is defeated by a score of 45-25. And as you said, it was a tough break for Oak Ridge. It wasn't like the offense wasn't moving the ball. We did a great job moving the ball, and there in the second half, it just seems like Farragut's defense clamped down. In the second half, they allowed them to drive the ball into their territory, but once we got inside their 40 or 30, they really played stout defense and stopped Oak Ridge from getting into the end zone.
They definitely do. And as Mark Hayes' statistics are going to tell you here in a few minutes, Oak Ridge had a lot of offensive plays. Mitchell Gibbons had a great night throwing the ball. Receivers did a pretty darn good job. Defensively, they just got outplayed tonight. There's no doubt about it. And credit to Farragut Admirals because that Eli Purcell, that big, huge running back, and he really hurt Oak Ridge. That big, powerful runner. And then the passing of Dawson Moore to Matt White, they absolutely killed the Wildcats. They were very impressive with the way they played tonight against the Wildcats.
Yeah, Matt White caused Oak Ridge all kinds of fits. I don't know how many yards he ended up with for Farragut, but, he absolutely torched us up and down the field, and we just did not have an answer. He kept getting behind the secondary, and not only he's quick, but he was a very physical after he got the ball, after contact, and he seemed to really just cause problems for Oak Ridge's secondary.
I'd just be willing to bet Matt White had almost 250 yards collectively receiving and running the ball for the Farragut Admirals, and he broke our back, literally.
Yeah, that he did, and they did a great job of getting him in situations. They would line him up, in the basically a wildcat quarterback, and use the big running back number 3 for them as a lead blocker at 230 pounds, and you essentially got, basically a college-sized fullback coming downhill on you, leading for one of your most athletic players on the team.
Absolutely, and they just wore the Wildcats down in the fourth quarter, and then they scored prolifically in the fourth quarter, and the Wildcats just couldn't quite get it done. As we break, we have a heartbreaking loss tonight, 45-25 to the Farragut Admirals. No shame though. This is a 6A team. They're a much bigger school than we are. It's not a region loss, so. But next week, huge game coming up, Spencer, over there at West High School.
Oh, that's a good point. This is not going to hurt you in your district or region. And next week is a big week, and I don't think we really touched on it. Is Oak Ridge did a great job on defense until it came down to third down. We had a lot of plays on third down that really cost Oak Ridge. We had a lot of 3rd and 10s, 3rd and 15s, and we just let them complete that and move the sticks. And that really hurt tonight. But as you said, we'll go into next week at West and hopefully, come out with a victory there, because that means a lot more in the standings of our district and region.
Yeah, I can tell you so far the West High Rebels defeated Farragut 30-7 in the first game of the year, which after watching the Farragut tonight, I'm really shocked about that score. And then last week, West won over Carnes 44-0. And Spencer, they will play the Jefferson County team tomorrow night on 9/11.
Yeah, and as you said, that West team, they're returning basically, I wouldn't say all their players, but a lot of their key contributors from last year. They're a very big, very physical team. Oak Ridge last year in the playoffs, the score didn't indicate how close the game is, kind of like tonight's score. And, they pulled away there at the end. But, the game was not indicative of how the game was actually played. And, from what I heard from some other people, the West scored last week against Farragut. It was a tight game. I believe it was 7-7 at halftime. And then the second half, a couple turnovers really cost Farragut. So, hopefully Oak Ridge can, this coming week get it together and, get ready to play some good ball.